Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. It is that time again. That's right. It is time for another edition of our famous, infamously awesome, and amazing Talk Tuesday. Why is it so infamously and awesome? Well, because on Talk Tuesday, this is the day where we get to sit around and have conversations with some of Twitch's most delightful and extraordinarily fantastic and famous streamers. And tonight is no exception to that. Absolutely not. By the way, DEFCON definitely got the first. Welcome in, welcome in. Baby Jumpkin, thank you again for dropping by. Get you some rest. I'm about 3 hours, 4, 5 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours behind you, but I will be, right after this, we will be heading the same way as you, I think. Hello, Bates. Welcome in, welcome in. Tonight's special guest, let me tell you about tonight's special guest, right? Tonight's special guest is a variety streamer making their way in this land riddled with great streamers, but just because they're starting out short doesn't mean that we aren't in the presence of greatness. From their fantastic skills on their farm in the valley to their ability to deal with some isolation. Hang on. We're going to have to restart this. Because Hermias Rose is just coming in with an entire passel of fantastic and amazing people. Hello. Welcome in, Miss Rose. No, this time you didn't interrupt music. You're fine. You're fine. You came in just at the right time. Amazing. Clip, clip, clip. Thank you very much for bringing in your fantastic crew. You guys are in for a treat. Because all right. Well, for you graders, we'll start this over again just so you can catch up with this, since we literally were in like the second line of it. So you're fine. You're fine. Tonight's special guest is a variety streamer making their way in this land riddled with great streamers. But just because they're starting out short doesn't mean that we are not in the presence of greatness. From their fantastic skills on their farm to their farm in the valley to their ability to deal with some isolation and a disgruntled alien, you can find them wowing their chat and bringing tons of glorious smiles. No stranger to the high tops of Gotham City, and still brave enough to brave giant mechanical animatronic rock bands at the kids' local pizza joint. That's right. Name might indicate a lower stature, but let me tell you what, 5 minutes with this giant amongst gamers and you will be happy to have had them added as they're your new best friend. We are talking about, absolutely without any question and without any more tiny tidbits, I present to you tonight's heartthrob on the stage, the one and only, the fabulous Short Bud. Short Bud, welcome to Talk Tuesday.
Man, was that an intro? Oh gosh.
we had to start over
Giant.
again because we got raised.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? I'm telling you what, a giant.
Don't let the name deceive you. It's very much accurate, actually. If I was any shorter, it'd have to be like miniature Bud or something.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. From where I stand, you are a pillar amongst men. You are killing it, my friend.
Thank you.
So anybody interested, we do have a puzzle. So exclamation puzzle will get you a link to the puzzle that is already geared up and ready to go. As we make certain that everybody's on board, we are doing Talk Tuesday. What it means is that for the next 3 hours, we have Short Bud's entire attention devoted to us. Yay. Which means we get to ask all kinds of questions. For anybody new here, that means there's a channel point redemption on there for one single channel point. Lets you ask our guest any kind of question you want to ask. However, I will be, I filter the questions as they come through, so you don't have to worry about trying to keep up with them. Chat can get a little busy at times. So don't worry about trying to catch up with all the questions as they come through, Short Bud. Right. And again, I like to pre-filter questions because we have some people that come in and, like to ask questions that should never have an answer for, or we'll make fun of the question. Zoda, I keep telling you, credit card numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to figure out the rest. Just things like that just happen. But on the off chance that there is a question that slips past my filters, because I ask him like, oh, this one can't be that bad, and you don't feel comfortable to answer it, by all means, say no. We'll skip it. Never happened. We'll move right on.
Gotcha.
I've been so totally running my mouth, and never mind. Good, we're on the right screen. I hadn't been moving the puzzle, so it did this thing where it might have put me up into a commercial break. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. It's all right. It's all good. We already have people diving in there. I am assuming you got the link already.
Yeah, I'm trying to set up. I thought I had an account, and apparently I have to make a new one because I don't want my score to get messed up like last time.
No, I don't know that I would worry too much about it. And the way you keep your score from getting messed up is you don't disconnect and reconnect.
Well,
that's the trick to that.
Guess what? It happened last time anyways, because my browser decided to refresh. So I just want to make sure.
Oh, I see.
I gotta let these people know.
Yeah, right. You gotta own that puzzle score. That's right.
Still not working. It'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. But beyond that, we'll have a few questions to get started with you, and we get the conversation started. But otherwise, it's just a gentle conversation, you, me, and chat. So, without any further ado, if you don't have any further questions for me, we'll get this officially up and running. Are you ready?
I hope so.
What you don't know, chat, is Shortbud's been like, yes, I have been dying for this. Let's go. Make it happen. You're so slow, Nori. You're holding me up. My greatness will not withstand you. I'm sorry.
Let's get a move on.
Officially welcome then, my friend. Since I can find the right sync button. There it is. You are now live on Talk Tuesday. There you are.
Whoa. Whoa. Hey.
Yeah. Do the hand waves.
So weird. Oh, God, I gotta do the. Oh.
Yeah. Yo. Sandy Vision's in for 17 months. Lovely thing. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Look at that.
There you go. Right. Okay. So let's get you started on your first round of questions. And we're going to start out today with, I actually like this. It's always a toss up because I never know which one to start with. And so I kind of keep going back and forth. And I think today we're going to start with what got you into streaming? Like, what was the thing that made you go, you know what, I'm going to turn on stream and I'm going to put this gorgeous face of yours out there for the public to see, to dream about, to get all kind of, yeah. I'm going to break some hearts tonight. Let's go. What caused that? Why did you decide to do that?
It's kind of like a good mixture of a bunch of things that just sort of happened to be timed at the right moment, I guess. I was just starting to get into the idea of PC gaming, and I have a friend at work that was really pushing me to get a whole setup and everything for it. Mm-hmm. And I had a plan, and my plan for my first game to be Baldur's Gate. What? Oh, the crowd goes crazy. And in
Baldur's
amidst
Gate,
that,
you say? No.
I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Is that a new game? Amidst.
I feel like that should ring a bell somewhere.
So amidst that, I got super obsessed with it, and then I saw that some of the voice actors would live stream them like testing out the game and stuff, which was really cool. So it was kind of like a combination of everything. And I was also just like, I needed an extra hobby at the moment because I didn't have too much going on in my schedule. So it's like, I'm gonna just try this for fun. It's pretty fun, and I've met so many like neat people through it, and I never would have expected to. So that's kind of what it is.
Always interesting to see how where you meet people at and where you kind of like pick individuals up at. And it sounds terrible to say just picking people up, but I haven't figured out a better way of phrasing that. So I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what? I'm just picking somebody up. That's fine.
Just catch them like fleas, I guess.
I don't know. I would say catch them like fleas.
All my friends. That's what I call my friends. I call them fleas. I don't call them that. Oh, I feel like I'm making an awesome impression on some people right now.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Hello, kitty. I just got mewed at by my cat.
I'm trying to think of like a better way to say that, but yeah.
No. Just roll with it. You've already put it out there in the interwebs. Unfortunately, that's it. It's done now.
Too late. Career over.
Like if you decided you want to change your mind, it's a little late. We are on the other side of that.
It's already on record. I'm cooked.
Yeah. It's done. It's done. I snatch people like, you're my friend now.
Oh, also, I want to point out, Rose said that they're more excited about me than the puzzle. I feel like we need to take a moment to take into consideration how intense that is, because I know that Rose loves puzzles for sure.
Oh yes.
So thank you for that.
Rose is a puzzle fiend.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever known someone that likes puzzles more.
I think Rose streams on Tuesdays just to have an excuse to raid in here so that they have puzzles to go do after the fact.
It's a great excuse.
I'm not complaining. I'll take it.
Just get in there. Yeah.
Well,
some brain training.
It's always fun to bring. So I like meeting new people. I stream extra long. You had to stream extra long today because we started late today. And now she's over here doing puzzles with you. See?
There you go.
Yes, definitely a puzzle streamer. Puzzle fiend. Peanuts.
All the above. Oh, it's Parmesan Parm. Parmesan Carm? Yep. I know how to English.
Sure you do. I 100% believe. Okay. You have to. We're going to deviate slightly from the standard questions because I want to hear the story behind Parmesan Carm.
Okay, so I don't even actually remember at this point, but I have this weird thing of giving people names, and I think it's just kind of like how people have like mnemonic devices to be able to remember certain information. I think I do that on accident to people because there's a part of me that knows that I'm probably going to forget their name or like who they are or what they look like. So it just kind of just happens. And I don't know why I'm just like trying to figure
out how Parmesan comes out of Carmine.
Well, because I would always just see Carm first, and I'd be like, my brain didn't have to read the whole thing. It'd just be like, okay, Carm, got it. That's Carmine, I gotcha. But since it's Carm, and then I think of like, oh, when people are like eating and there's when people are eating and they're like, oh, throw some Parm on there. Oh no. Oh no, man. That's all I can give you, really.
I feel like you just went Italian on us on this one. Like, yeah. Obviously,
throw some Parmesan Carm on there.
Yeah, that's right. It's just some Parmesan Carm for your rigatoni.
So I do that with everyone. I just don't ever. I think there's only sometimes I end up telling people that, but for the most part, everyone has a name in my head that they don't know about.
I see.
So there you go. Whether I tell you or not, I don't know if that has any meaning or substance to it, but there you go. That's what that is.
I don't know. That's fair. Like, you don't have to tell everybody that, I've made up a funny name for you. You just happen to have a funny name. Deal with it.
Oh, Nori's is Finding Nori because it just looks like Dory.
It
That's
wouldn't be the first time somebody has done that with that name.
I feel like
And
it's one of my least creative ones, but it's a good one for sure.
I will have you know, I had that name longer than Finding Nemo has been around.
Wow. There you go. It's
I
a
was
great name.
first.
I really like it.
It's honestly it's brutally shortened because of most people like to mispronounce it, and so it has been shortened for quite a number of years. It's been Nori for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yes, the thum. Everybody takes
Boom.
that. Yes, it's Nori thumb. I'm like, no. That's not actually how you say that, but okay. If that makes you happy, I guess it can't be so bad. Like, wait, that's an Alanis Morissette song. Ugh.
I feel like there probably could be worse pronunciations of it for sure.
I've gotten some real bangers.
Some real bangers. Oh no.
There have been ones where I'm like, that's how you decided you wanted. Oh God, I have regrets, but
No
Nor is not
regrets.
Dragonborn. Well, so a lot of people used to think that I had a saying I used to say all the time way back in the day. It was always no worries.
Mm.
People would say, "Hey, I need a hand with this. Can I get somebody to help me with that?" Yeah, sure, no problem. I got you. No worries. And I would say no worries to just about everything. And then we would jump in it and we would do the thing and we'd come out the other side and like, wow, that turned out really well. Yeah, I told you, see, no worries. We got it. And so everybody heard Nori and thought that was what the name actually was about, was because I would say no worries all the time. They were like, oh, Nori, got it. No worries, Nori. Done. Like, no.
I mean,
That's not how
it's a
that
pretty good
works.
guess.
Close, but no cigar this time. So you just saw a bunch of extra people doing all this and decided that you wanted to get in on that bandwagon yourself. And so we got a short bud on stream for our I'm trying to think of the right word to say this. My brain just went, yeah, good luck.
How about them apples, huh?
Nope. It's gone now. All right. So the name Short Bud, where did that, why?
I asked myself the same thing. So I knew this person a long time ago, and this is why it bothers me because I no longer really associate with them.
Mm-hmm.
We had this stick where we just call people Bud all the time, like an annoying amount. We'd call them Bud. People that we didn't know, people that we knew, just random folks. We just call them Bud, and we like make up characters for them, and like just be like, just narrate what they're doing and be like, hey, what you doing, Bud? Hey, Bud, you got this going on, Bud. And short. Just I'm short and sweet and to the point, I guess. I'm not really sure why I added that part. Who knows? Who knows why I added that? But I remember needing. I remember it was during a time where like people around me were like locking down their usernames, like their cool usernames for stuff, and I was like, I need to figure out what my internet identity is. Not important at all. I don't know why I took it that serious, but I mashed those two together, and I just decided to use that everywhere because I was like, it also makes it easier to log in places because you don't have to remember so many names, like usernames and stuff. So that's basically what that is. It's not the most interesting of stories, but I feel like
it's a story. It counts.
It counts. I feel like I've given it a little bit more zhuzh with like letting people see how I am as a person, and then like the name just kind of looks different now because of like the way I act, I feel like, versus just using it somewhere where you wouldn't be able to see my face or what I am like or whatever.
Right.
So I feel like it somehow has a different meaning without quite a literal definition. Ooh, mystery.
Ooh. So, a little bit of flair, right?
A little bit of flair. That's me. A little bit of flair.
You turn short butt into something that's bougie.
Yes, I sure have.
I learned that word. I think a couple streams ago, a couple interviews ago, somebody taught it to me. I'm like, ooh, that's a fun word to say, bougie.
It's very fun to say. I haven't heard someone say that in a minute, but I like it. You used it perfectly.
Oh, I'm good. Good. I'm glad I got that right in there. Okay. As a gentleman who speaks a ton of different languages, I use words inappropriately all the time. It's just part of when you go looking for a word, right? And you're like, okay, I need a word that conveys this idea. Your brain goes, sure, here you go. You can say it this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. I'm like, crap, what language was I supposed to be speaking in? Words are hard.
Words can be very difficult, yes. If I had a nickel for every time that I've stuttered or messed up a word, I'd be rich. I'd be so rich.
We'd all be rich. Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness. I'd be like, what's that? Scrooge McDuck. I'd be on top of a giant pile of coins. Just living it up. Being real bougie.
Ooh. Super bougie. I wonder if that can be a thing.
Super bougie.
Yeah, can you be super bougie?
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you reach a certain level at some point where you can be considered super bougie.
Is it a level though, or is it just like, hey, it just happened?
Hey, I just got my super bougie letter in the mail. What's up?
I suddenly have just turned into, things getting stuck over here. I don't know. It just it'd be bruised from all the coins. I'm like turning around, like, what are we talking about? They're smashing words. Wow, that's painful. That'll hurt.
That'll do it.
That will definitely do it. I was to be fair, because you were like, we were like, what you doing, bud? And all I could think of was Pauly Shore.
I think that's
buddy.
Fair. I guess thinking about it, there are many instances of like where I've probably heard that somewhere.
It's like a Pauly Shore sort of thing.
Yeah, and then I recently made some friends that they just call me Bud, and I don't know. I don't know if it's because of that they know that's my username, or if that's just like a thing that they tell their friends. But now people call me Bud in real life, so it's just coming for circle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, it's only great as long as you like it. It's good, right?
I think it has its charm. But it would have been cool if I had picked a really like epic name, like I don't know, like Firestarter, or I don't know, just, and then people are like, "Hey, is that Firestarter? Oh my god!" I don't know. You know what I mean? Just like it would have been something super insane. That would have been way more fun.
But I don't see. Okay, I'm going to slightly disagree with you on this, because I think a more normal sounding name that you can zhuzh up or bougify it becomes more epic of a name than having something that sounds really epic, and then you're trying to constantly live up to the epicness of your name, and you just end up being lame all the time.
Bougify. That's all I got from that. Was Bougify. That's amazing. I'm gonna start saying that now. Thank you for that. We need to have like a little dictionary somewhere where we can add all the Nori isms.
No, we
To
don't.
have
We
like
don't. I promise that does not need to be a thing.
it'd be great.
No, no,
And then
no.
we can all have our own little language too.
Bougified. I regret now already.
Oh,
What have we done? God, saints, preserve us.
what have we done? We've created something beautiful here. Is what I think.
You started it, not me. Don't blame me on
Hey,
this.
I'll take credit. I'll put my name down as the author for sure.
There you go. Done. Print.
Anything I can put on my resume.
It's all yours. How about it? But okay. I mean, but again, my name's just Nori. There's nothing special about it.
But
Like
it's special
Nori's
'cause it's
actually a pretty common nickname for some real world names. I can't tell you how many times the people are like, "You're Nori? Oh, so is that like Noriega?" Or I'm like, no. Please, dear God, don't do that. No. But it is an actual nickname that people go by. I'm like, that's fantastic. It's not my real name, but I think
It's a
you
sick
can
name,
make
though.
anything. It's a good name. Short Butt, I think, is a good name,
Thank you.
especially when you're as a giant of an individual as you are yourself. I think it's that perfect juxtaposition of a thing. It's like Little John.
Right, of
But
course.
in real life, I'm really quite big.
6'5" and just jacked. You can't tell under this little sweater.
No, you can't tell. You can't tell. You can't tell. I've seen him stand up and walk around. He bumps his head on the ceilings, folks. I'm telling you right now.
Oh my goodness. So silly.
What? What?
No. I think it's an accurate description.
That's right. See, we don't tell any falsities around here. We bring you only the very. I'm digressing now. Thank you for the alert tasks. Authored Twitch streamer language. Short Butt. Yep. Observing. Okay. You observe.
Ooh.
They are observing the natural habitats of the short bud as they continue to show you exactly how meaningful their puzzling skills can be as they duke it out with the rapidly onslaught of. I like the fact that you got Rose to come in here and admit to being more excited about seeing you on the stream and being able to talk to you and everything else versus doing the puzzle.
That's crazy, right? That's insane.
That's the power of the short butt. I keep telling people. I keep telling you. Giant among men. So, okay. So do you have a how long have you been streaming now? Let's start with that. It'll help set up the next question easier.
I don't remember if it's exactly on that day, but I think it was around Cinco de Mayo. And then I only really, like, on average, I only really do it like once a week. And there's like a couple weeks where I got to do it a couple more times than usual.
Mm-hmm.
So in the long, the scheme of things, it hasn't been very, very long at all.
Well, okay, you say it hasn't been long at all, but in the community, you are very well known. Like I see you pop into streams when you pop into streams, and everybody's losing their mind. I see underwears being thrown at you. I'm like,
Oh,
wow.
where are they throwing these at? Where?
What are you looking around for?
That's
I figured you just kind of collect them and stuck them away somewhere. Like, yeah, that's another one for the.
I guess I've been standing in the wrong spot or something. But that's great to hear, though.
Any like really particular like favorite memories that you have made so far as a streamer?
Um,
Granted, you said you haven't been doing it much. Like your schedule doesn't allow you to do this all the time, but
Sadly, yeah. I don't know if there's a specific thing because it's mostly me just entertaining myself, if I'm being honest. So and that just consists of like me laughing about silly things and like
um,
maybe someone else will chime in. So those are great moments, but it's not anything big. I think the most memorable things have been things that happen off screen. It's like
because I
the
don't know
people
if you've
that
noticed it, but most of us streamers stream to entertain ourselves. So you're fine
yeah.
here.
Well, I just mean in the sense of like if there was like a big uh moment to go back on like in memory, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you because it all just kind of mixes in as like me just having fun. So like I guess maybe I just need to be paying more attention or something. But you know what I mean? Like it's hard to pick out a specific moment because the whole thing itself is a moment for me.
So you've just been having fun nonstop.
Yeah,
And it's all just
basically.
been a
Pretty much.
nonstop, never-ending, glorious memory.
But I'd say that the most like memorable parts of it are like like uh like just having the chance to have like even the most simplest of conversations, like people that maybe like live on the other side of the world or people that just have like a different like a completely different um like outlook on life or just I love all that kind of stuff. So that's the best part for me, but that's, it doesn't really happen like on stream. It happens more like in the communities that I end up finding myself in.
Right.
But
Well, I mean,
it's
it's
pretty
still
awesome.
favorite moments, right? Because it's
Yeah.
creating memories. I'm a big fan of creating those memories because those memories make points for people to go back and think about, and they go, oh yeah, Mike. I want to. Afraid I'm going to have to hurt your feelings a little bit, Mike. But Pluto is and has always been a planet.
There you go. Mic drop.
It's just, look, it was, we had it as a planet growing up for me as a kid, and then they suddenly decided that no, we're going to declassify that. I'm like, no.
That was really weird. I don't know what they're on
You
about.
don't get to like make me take tests on the planets of our solar system, and like, yes, Pluto's the planet. And then now that I am old and no longer in school, change the classification so you be like, yeah, old man doesn't know shit now. Pluto's not a planet. Nope. I'm not salty about that at all. Don't. Yeah, sorry about that. Mike asked the question. It's actually your question, and so you should be taking that question. The sophisticated nerd would like to know: is Pluto a planet or not? Don't
It's
pay any attention to what I just said. You
it's
go
I
ahead.
wasn't I would have said it's a planet. I literally would have said it's a planet. No, because you can't just do all that research, decide it's a planet, and then just decide years later that actually no, it's not. What is that? Why would you do that? That makes no sense to me. Or
I
maybe
don't
there's
know.
like some new information you didn't know about, but you can overlook that. It's much nicer
Uh,
having Pluto as part of the solar system.
I like the thing that drove me nuts about it is they're like, yeah, we've reclassified it to an asteroid.
No, 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 no,
No.
no. It's a pretty big asteroid. Big and important, and they should be included.
It's been there forever. Leave it alone.
No planet left behind. We're all in
Oh,
this
there
together.
you go. What is that? Nope, gone.
Oh.
There was a song. It was a Disney song. We're all in this together, and I could just see the planets all like bouncing around. Damn right, Pluto. Like, thank you.
Yep. They have like pom poms. Pretty sure that's High School Musical, right? Am I wrong? I never watched them.
I don't know. I think I've seen like a TikTok or something like that where that music was used as a backdrop, and it just the music stuck in my head because I thought it was pretty ridiculous.
It's great. As most Disney movies were back then, I feel like.
High School Musical. Why do you? Well, Mike. There we go. Apparently that it is a thing. It's from a movie called High School Musical. I have concerns for Mike now.
I think they did like other spin-offs of that because there's also a musical of High School the Musical, and then there's High School the Musical.
Wait. Time out.
I think
you're
I could be wrong,
saying they made High School Musical into a High School Musical?
I'm pretty sure. And then they turned it into a show. That's the natural order of things, I think. So what else could they do?
Yes, I TikTok. I am hip with the young kids these days. I am down with the talk tickers. Yo fo shizzle my nizzle.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh. It gets big. Like I can do so much worse.
I feel like I'm amongst my cohort for sure right now. That was amazing.
Okay, so there's a guy I hang out with from South Africa, Duzakino. He used to stream. He doesn't stream much anymore these days. Real life has gotten up with him bad. But we used to sit around and you can ask some of the poor people who have listened to us in Discord. We will totally Gen Z slang it up in Discord. And it sounds atrocious. It is the most terminal thing that you've ever heard.
I bet it's amazing.
Oh, it's painful. And then I found it's very painful. I found a website that will actually translate normal word into Gen Z slang. And so we'll go over there and we're furiously typing conversations into this, getting it translated, and then reading it verbatim into chat.
I was not aware of this. This sounds like an amazing tool.
It is painful. I will go find the website for you real quick while we continue.
You said this is painful. Does this hurt the Nori?
It doesn't phase the Nori at all. Like so for me growing up as a kid, my parents were very much so into the we'll embarrass you in order to make you behave. So like I am just immune to that in general. Doesn't faze me anymore. I willingly commit to the bit.
I admire that. So I try to do that as best I can, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I gotta get out of here. I gotta back up.
Back up. Slow down. Walk it back a bit. Now, what is your have you had a favorite game that you've enjoyed streaming so far? Because I think almost every time I catch you got a different game up almost every time. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I jump around a lot. I tried to commit to Dragon Age, but had to take a break because school is kicking my butt. But I really liked streaming Outlast Trials just because I really like that game, and I feel like not enough people know about it. It's amazing, and it also makes for really funny moments. And you get to play it with other people, and it has in-game voice chat and stuff, but
Right.
like the sound quality will change depending on where you are in the map and stuff, and it makes it so much funnier. I don't know. I have a good time in there.
Well,
Love that
that's good. I
game.
mean, as long as you're having a
Yeah.
good time in it, that's the one of the important bits for certain.
Yeah.
All right. I found the web page.
Okay.
So give me a thing that you would like translated to.
Oh no. Because now I'm trying to think of like I can't word it in a way that a Gen Z person would just say it.
No, no,
So
no.
it
Just
wouldn't
just
translate to
just talk it
anything.
normally. Just
Um,
pick a normal phrasing.
phrasing. Oh
Let's
gosh.
do this. Which way to the local library that won't get me lost and be honest? There we go. I don't know why you would ever say something like this.
I'm
Uh,
trying to figure that out.
and
Just
the
something
Gen Z
simple.
translator says, "Where TF is the library at?" And keep it real, no cap.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's fun. That's
I'm
definitely.
like, okay.
If I feel like that's like a lot more Gen Z than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh no, it'll make your head hurt. Um,
um, yeah. Luckily, I haven't heard people talking this way in person. So,
oh, it's
um, I wonder what it would say if you're like talking about something about the puzzle. Um, I feel like I don't have a follow up to that very elaborate sentence you typed up there.
uh, oh, I haven't sat down. Suddenly my knees hurt.
Oh my gosh.
We're hurting people's brains with this one.
Oh,
Uh,
so
well, I
sad.
was like, the one thing I haven't tried with this is to actually put in like the 80s slang, like what the 80s and 90s slang, like what we used to use as, or what I used to use as a kid, into this and see how it translates that to Gen Z. And I haven't done that because I'm like, that would probably break it.
I was gonna say it'd probably get a little too complex for.
Gen X and Gen Z I don't think that would go so well together. But the website is called talktogenz.com. Literally like that. It's just all one word, talktogenz.com. And yes, we would sit there and have full conversations in Discord, and I would type out what I wanted to say to my friend Kino, and then he would type a response back after I read it out to him. And mostly everybody else in chat's just like, stop, please stop. How much do we have to pay you two to knock it off?
How much? Please, I'm begging. Just throwing dollars. Please. God.
Just stop. Just stop. It's not even funny
Anything.
anymore.
It's not
Like,
even
oh,
funny anymore.
have you ever noticed somebody says it's not even funny anymore, and you just double down on that because now it suddenly becomes the funniest thing you've ever heard?
It's hilarious.
Like,
Oh
what do
my
you mean it's not funny
gosh.
anymore? No, it just became
I'm still laughing. It's still funny. Oh.
like no. That just became the new thing that I am now going to talk incessantly about for the next 3 hours and laugh hysterically at. Sorry.
I love doing that, and that's how I kind of come up with little bits with my friends. I think the most recent one, oh, they hate it so much, but it's so amazing for me.
Do it.
Is I'll pick a really inappropriate time to say it.
Mhm.
usually somewhere where there's a lot of people, and I'll like sort of like half turn to the person and just like whisper in quotes to my friend and be like, "Don't make it obvious." It's so funny. It brings me so much joy to see how they react to it because they never expect it, and it's the best thing in the world.
It's that one, like, wait, what? No, oh God, no, no.
And then I just keep doing it. It's great.
That's the best way to do that, right?
Yeah.
Hermes Rose would like to know, what is your favorite word?
My favorite word is actually not in English.
Okay.
It's I'm pretty sure it's French. It's the word for mushroom, and it's champignon.
Okay.
There you go.
That sounds like a fun word to say.
It's very fun. I also really like I don't know how accurate that is because I like saw it like on a like one of those apps where you learn languages, but it was
Hmm.
Italian, and it was saying that congratulations, you can just go congratulazioni. I think that's really fun to say.
Okay, that is fun to say.
Bet you weren't expecting that specific of an answer, but I got it.
No, that's a good answer. I don't know that I had any expectations as to the answer. I was actually sitting around like, what is my favorite word?
What is
I
your
tell
favorite
you,
word?
my favorite word, taco.
There you go. That's a great word.
Is it
There's a
taco?
song about tacos.
Well, taco works. Taco and casa are my
Taco and
are
casa.
they kind of take the pick. Well, it's a fun word in both because we have it in English. Taco has a meaning. In Spanish, taco has pretty much the same meaning because they both refer to a flour tortilla or a hardened tortilla with meat and whatever else inside of it. Now, how you make that taco depends on what area you're from. But
Mm.
in Japan, taco is a crab.
Oh, I did not know that. That's awesome.
Right? So you know, we talk about taco here, and tacos are great. Yeah, taco. Right? You go over there.
You
Yes,
could
I
make
went fishing for tacos. What?
Listen, you have the best opportunity right now to invest in creating a restaurant called Taco Taco Casa where it's only crab tacos.
You got to be you. Okay, so casa is another fun one to say because casa is a word that is in Spanish and Japanese as well, and it's spelt two different ways, right? So in Spanish, it's casa, casa, meaning my house, right?
Yeah.
In Japanese, it's spelled kasa, casa, which means an umbrella. So when you walk up to anybody who speaks Spanish, if you want to mess with their head, you go Spanglish on them, where you mix your Spanish and English, and you go, my casa es in my casa. And they're going to look at you like you've lost your mind. And then when you write that out, my casa, K-A-S-A, is in my casa, C-A-S-A, and it's perfectly fine. And they're still going to look at you like you've lost your mind until you go, oh, wait, that's a Japanese word. That's a Spanish word. And now my umbrella is in my house and it works. But you can only do that if you got
Very specific circumstances, but it's fun because then after you could be like, gotcha. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Spanish was my first language. So
Fuck Apple products.
This is great information to hear about that it means things in other languages.
Uh-huh. Well, so I'm a big guy when it comes to words, right? I'm a bit of a polyglot. I'll pass. Thank you. Fuck Apple products. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fuck Apple products either.
Doesn't sound fun.
Marriage and hamburger and ASL are pretty close.
My lady burger.
It's fantastic. But it's, you know, for people that grew up speaking two different languages, learning new languages becomes easier, right? Your brain's already acclimated to just making transitions. But if you look at the whole of human society in general, we all make pretty much the same sort of mouth sounds. So all words are just different mouth sounds that convey an idea. And it's how we present ideas to each other. So it's always interesting to see, because there's only so many different kinds of mouth sounds that you can make. Every language ends up reusing these same mouth sounds, and so you can get these situations like the casa, where two languages, and there's probably more. I just happen to know English, Spanish, and Japanese right now. I'm working on Swedish, but I haven't found any link words like that in Swedish. But so many languages borrow words from everybody else. They just say it different. Like we say hamburger. Japanese, it's a hamburger, right? It's just different ways of pronouncing things, but it's fun.
It's great.
Great grandma squid. We twist words all the time around here. What are you talking about? It's a good time. But no, I like your. You'll have to say that word again because I didn't quite catch it. I caught it, but I'm not certain I can make that same. Me and French don't get along.
Champignon.
Champignon.
Yep. I remember when I learned it too, specifically. It was like an exercise where we had to learn how to order a pizza. So we had to learn a bunch of like random ingredients and stuff. And that's just the one that I remember. I don't even ask for mushrooms on my pizza, but it was just such a fun word. I learned it when I was like 11 and it just stuck with me. It's just me and champignon against the world, you know?
It's fantastic enough that Rose has a redeem on their channel for mushroom soup. And so that could totally be redone as champignon soup.
There you go. You're very correct about that. That'd be amazing.
Stew. Right, stew. Mushroom stew. Oh, that's fantastic. Let's see. Who's this? Green Emerald Dragon would like to know, if you found a genie bottle and was offered 3 wishes, what would they be and why? Taking into consideration, you cannot do the, obvious wishing for more wishes, et cetera, things like that.
Darn. I was just gonna give them away, but no. That's difficult. Oh gosh. I feel like I'd probably feel guilty just asking outright for things that would just like make things super easy for me. So I'd probably just like wish for like starting points to go well. Like I'd wish that
okay, I'd
have a good start to
time you up for 1 second right there. We're gonna roll that back just because I want to understand better about your making life easy for you. Like one would think that's the whole purpose of the wishes, right? Is the wishes is there to make life easy for you. So why are you backing away from making life easy? Like,
no. Like I don't want to like be like tell everyone my business, but there's like certain things that it would just be like, oh well, you can just fix that by like being more hardworking and stuff like that.
Oh,
and I also have like a weird guilt of like not working towards something myself. So if I just outright wished for it, I feel like that would kind of like take away like what I could learn along the way from doing it that way.
So I would say that you would be inaccurate on that statement. Personal opinion. Like we're just talking about personal opinions here. And here's the only reason why I would make that suggestion, right? If you wish for $1 million and suddenly you had $1 million in your hand, you now have more work to do because you have to figure out what to do with that $1 million. You can just spend it all right away and then it's gone. Or you can put that money in the bank and try to do various different things to make that money grow. And in which case that turns into a business. A lot of people who have a lot of money spend all their time trying to figure out how to make more of it with what they've got. And so that becomes an investment just to manage your money. So I don't know that necessarily wishing outright for something is going to make your life easier. You may find that it actually just gives you more work at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, so that's actually I was thinking about money because I was like, well, I could just ask for a bunch of money and then I could like whatever. But I feel like it'd be more interesting to like wish for like my desired career to take off and continue to be like, go well
Oh,
for me
absolutely.
because then I could like do something that I like. I would still get the experience from it. It's like it's kind of like, oh, do I just want to fast forward to the end goal per se, or do I want to actually like like go through the phases of everything? So I'd wish for like my chosen career to go very well, and then if that ends up meaning that I become well off, then that's great.
No, I get that.
Then I can worry about that later.
Right.
So I'd
Totally
probably
valid.
wish for that.
All right.
Um,
So that's one.
that's one. Um, and then two more. Dang. A sandwich. I'd really like a sandwich right now. I'd probably
So
do
would
that, and
Rose.
then um, uh, I don't know. I'd probably do some really sappy stuff like pay for my brother's college and then bring my grandmother over to the U.S. or something.
I don't think there's anything sappy with that.
I think it's pretty mush.
Nah.
But that's what I
Yeah,
would
no,
do,
no,
I
no, no,
think.
no. We don't we do all kinds of mush around here. You're fine.
Yeah. Oh, those are my wishes. I'd wish for my career to go well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, the expenses to my brother's chosen school whenever he is ready to be covered, and then I'd bring over my grandma, but I'd also have to bring over I'd have to bring over my grandpa as well. So that's what I would do.
Fair.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lovely start for lovely three wishes.
Three is my favorite number too, so it's just beautiful.
Why?
It just everything is amazing in threes. I don't know. It just makes sense. It's like it's an odd number, but it's even because there's a center and then there's two supporting sides. It's three.
Interesting. Everybody's got their reasons.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I hadn't sat down and think of my favorite number. So, um, good things
There you
do
go.
come
All
in three, so they say.
Yep.
I never actually thought about it. Now I'm sitting around thinking about it. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. There's like numerology and like all kinds of studies like that. I don't even look into that. I just like looking at patterns and stuff, and I think just something about three makes sense.
Fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely fair. But again, it's not something I hadn't even given two thoughts about. It's actually, I think that's the first time I've had anybody make that comment on Talk Tuesday. So there you go. You have made a first.
Yay.
One can recognize the signs in threes usually. Yes. Miss Rose is back again. Would like to know, what is your favorite type of sandwich? They're particularly hungry at this moment.
I was just talking about sandwich too.
You were,
Um,
so I thought it was pretty apropos to bring this question up really quick.
amazing timing. I would say a Cuban sandwich, uh, but it's so hard to just get it perfect for me. I'm always gonna be real picky about it. So I think I'd probably say something like I really like making like my own breakfast sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
So like a nice like an oat toast with like cut up tomatoes and like a fried egg and some avocado and maybe some like instead of doing like any kind of dressing on both toasts, I like putting like hummus on it, which I guess is like a dip dressing type thing. But it just I don't know. And then I like putting like red pepper flakes. I'm just really hungry right now. I'm just super hungry. I don't know what you would call
Here,
that. It's just kind of like like just like my own breakfast sandwich that I like making.
we're gonna call that a short bud special. That's what we're gonna call that. I think you
Short
just
bun
made.
special.
I think you just made Rose hungry.
We're gonna call it the short.
There you go. I love it. The short. What are you having? I'm going out and have me a shorty.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
You know, bougie up that name a little bit. It. That's right. We're gonna have the short. Oh, you mean a shorty?
Yeah. A shorty with my shorty. Okay, so I'm starting to get the sense that this is a hobbit hole. This is great. just not coming to my senses. I was like, oh, the sign looks kind of yeah, and then I was like, oh, there's like a hill. It has like a weird door. Yeah. So this puzzle is my house. This is great. This is an amazing choice. I was wondering what it was gonna be because it was me. So I was like,
I
how did you work that in there?
I was looking around through the various buds. I'm like, what is the most short bud thing I can and I was like short bud, and then I'm like, what's in over here in Fantasies? And I saw this image. And I'm like, done.
Got it. We're locked in. Yeah.
We're gonna lean into this just a little bit. It'll be all right.
It's
Worst
great.
case scenario, I figured worst case scenario, you would be a little perturbed by it, be like, okay, this is not even funny, Nori. Like, okay,
No, it's
I'm
perfect.
sorry.
I love it. No, I love it. It's amazing. It's very genius. I did rock like a hobbit looking haircut for like a year.
Did
So
you?
even more so. Yep.
That's
I had
fantastic.
I had shaved my head and then I've done many things to my hair. But I had shaved my head and then I was like, I'm gonna let it grow out, and then like 3 months went by, I was like, I'm getting bored. I'm gonna do something else to it. And then I just started letting it get like a little raggedy and stuff. And I looked like a little hobbit.
I tend to look like a dwarf, especially when I actually whacked off about 4 inches of beard, way down here.
Whoa. Look at you.
It's time for another trim now. It's getting
Did
a
you
little
ever
scraggly.
did you ever do the thing where like you braided down and stuff?
I had it braided at one point, and had pencil stuck in it because somebody asked for a photo with the long beard braided and penciled like the uh, caveman style and whatnot. But that was the only time. Otherwise, no, I don't typically wear braided. Uh, I tend to do, if I have to braid something, I tend to do really tight braids just because I'm used to doing like the paracording. I used to do paracording, and so
Oh.
I tend to because you have to do paracording really tight when you do the braids for that. And so I have a tendency when I braid to tighten things down pretty well. So doing that really pulled on my face and my cheeks, and it hurt. So
Oh
I
yeah,
put it in there,
I
and
didn't
then
think
like,
about that.
okay, quick, take the picture. Okay, it's got to come out
Okay.
now.
Okay. That's me, but I'm standing on my tippy toes when I'm taking group pictures. Like, okay, guys, cut off the feet. Take it really quick.
I'm jumping. You're fine. Take the picture. Take the picture.
Freeze frame.
Now, you talk about your friends. Now, do your real life friends come and watch you stream?
There's a couple that do. There's some that I have friends of like all different like walks of life, I want to say. So it's like a lot of it's like, maybe they just aren't able to, maybe they don't have the right thing to view it, or maybe they're just busy, or
Mm-hmm.
but on occasion when I do get on, I'll have some buddies in there with me, and it's a good time.
I'm just
Are they
curious
yeah.
because
And then there's just ones I just know about it.
right.
So. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Always cut me off. You're welcome to cut me off.
Pull out my sword.
Wow.
I pull out my katana.
Oh,
Say
wrong
less.
sword. Okay, sorry.
Oh no. That stays in the sheath. Oh man.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's great. But you said you were wondering something, so I don't know if you remember what you were wondering.
No, I lost track of it. We
Awesome.
started down a different line, and my brain went, "Yeah, good luck, old man."
I heard that I don't remember where I heard this from, but I heard that if you like squeeze your fist right when you realize you're forgetting a memory or like a thought, that it will just come back to you eventually. But I don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah, I don't think that works because if that did, Grandpa wouldn't be yelling at me constantly.
Oh man. Dragon says it doesn't work. Darn.
There are some memories of childhood that just need never be brought up again.
I agree.
Just nope. We're good. Stay back there. It can just be a nice I would say happy, but it's not happy. It just needs to not be brought up again. It can just stay gone.
Yeah. Just needs to be in its own little world over there, and we'll be over here and it'll be fine.
Be just fine. Just fine. Right?
Oh.
No, I was just curious because I know some people when they get started streaming, they bring in a bunch of their real life friends to help to watch and help support to get things started going well. Get a handy dandy notebook.
Actually felt really weird about doing that.
Really?
I like actively avoided telling people. Yeah, I kind of still do. I feel like very protective of it at this point, where I'm like, I just want to make sure that like the right people are around. I don't want it to just be like anyone knowing. Because I also know like how some people my age are, and like I don't want them to be like, oh, you're like streaming and stuff, and they'll come in and they'll just say like a bunch of like they'll just be rude to people, and I don't want that.
Right.
So like I'm very careful of who I tell.
That's fair. That is absolutely fair. Like some people have the wrong energy.
Yeah.
Now, have you had situations where you've had people with the wrong energies in one of your streams?
I mean, I don't want to say my first stream because that's just like things are gonna go funky anyways. But there's some stuff where I was like, okay, guys, let's calm down a little bit. I don't know. But I mean, not really, luckily. But I also think that's because I'm like really careful about who I tell. Because it's not like I don't really care like how many people are in there, but I want to at least make sure that they're all like of good heart and
right. You're being very careful about curating your community.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like that in general. Like, and then some people would be like, oh, you're like, some people would describe me as picky, but those would be the people that aren't being told things.
Some people would describe me as picky, and you would be the reason why I don't tell you anything.
Yep. There you go. That is exactly what it is. It's just really funny that and they won't realize. I'm like, well, you know. Funny you say that.
You know, there's a reason why you didn't get your invite to last year's Christmas party.
Maybe. And this is just a theory. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
It's just not in me to be like, yeah, everyone just show up. Like because then I also don't have like a, if anything crazy happens, I don't really have like a, um, I probably should have like a plan, but like I probably just
Yeah.
I'd probably short circuit if like someone said something really crazy or something, and I'd just be like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. I just probably like click exit. I'd probably be like, okay guys, it's done.
Okay.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Um
Have fun.
all right guys. It's been real.
Thank
I
you
have
for
like
all
a
the fish. Uh,
I have like a really low tolerance for just meanness and I don't know. And just
well,
being like
I think a lot of
I
people
don't know.
have low tolerance for meanness. I mean, that's just a thing, right? Nobody
Oh,
likes to be bullied. Nobody
you'd
wants
be
to be bullied.
surprised. You'd be
I would
really
be.
surprised.
I would be. There are those that have that particular. I'm going to say kink because that's the
Mm.
best way I have to describe that, and it's fine. I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. You want to bounce around, and be like, whip me, spank me, hurt me? Yes, please, go for
Oh wow, you're a genius. I did not see that. I was trying to figure out why those pieces weren't going in for the longest
it.
time. They just
But
look
no,
exactly the same.
I was looking at that too. I'm like, that does go what? What?
Big brain. Big
Not
brain.
going in. Get in. Get in my hole.
Oh man.
It's fine. It's fine. Um, but no, I do think it's important to have a plan, right?
Yeah.
If for nothing more, what you could do is at least understand that if something like that were to happen in your stream, you can hit shield mode, which basically puts your chat into emote only chat for the time being, so that you can rein things in, get control of it.
Yeah. I'm aware of that. And then I added like a little bot that has some actions that it does in case there's like a big group of people coming in spamming or
Mm-hmm.
doing all that silliness. So I think that's pretty good. I just
Do you know how
not
much
so much like
trouble
on the
I get
technical
into
side,
with
but
those stupid bots? It's like, I've got a bot. Yay. I come in there. Hey, everybody. Spam. Insta ban. Son of a bitch.
oh what? Oh
I get in
no.
trouble with those things all the time. And they time me out
Oh no.
every time I turn around.
Mm-mm.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, we gotta beat them up.
No, bots
We'll
on
solve this with violence for sure.
well, bots in general have a very black and white view of things, right?
Yeah.
Like bots are useful. I'm first off, I'm not going to tell anybody not to use a bot. I use a bot myself. Bots are very useful. However, I think letting a bot police what people say,
Oh
because a
yeah,
bot
yeah.
has no sense of context. If I come in and I spam Starry Dell in large caps, uh, over and over and over again inside of a single chat, um, contextually wise, it may look like I'm spamming, but everybody knows that's just Nori yelling about sorry.
Mm.
And I do that for everybody. However, the bot doesn't understand that context. All the bot sees is, hey, this dude just hit a bunch of capital letters and repeated the same phrasing over and over again. And that's the thing you told me not to allow to happen. So I'm going to now time out this individual. So I get timed out all the time.
Well, I actually forgot about that, but I did like take away the stuff where it's like super like policing the wording on stuff because
Yeah.
it actually was an issue at one point. I was like, this is not, they're not saying anything bad.
Not,
So
yeah,
that's
right.
gone, but it's more like I'll do the ones that are like they require a command for it. I think those are pretty
Mm-hmm.
helpful.
Yeah. Again, I'm not saying don't use a bot. Bots are absolutely useful. Um,
Yeah.
but I would definitely side with the let's be mindful about what we're letting the bot police on.
Hmm.
You're absolutely right, Greenie. I don't mix well with bots. Yep, because of AutoMod. Yep. Routinely get me. I've been laughing at that stuff when it happens for quite some time. Rose was talking about when I go into certain chats and I get like my messages get deleted or anything of that sort of nature because it's just me at war with bots. I'm like, yep, that happens.
Just imagine you like being like an iRobot, like actually fighting them.
Oh, I would totally. I would win. I would fight the robots, but I would win. They would yield to my superiority. Not really. I don't think I would win in that. I would like to think I would.
You never know. Never know. They could be just like not very good bots. Maybe they're like the test ones. Probably wouldn't win against those. I think I could win against one of those. I wonder. I always think about like how long it's gonna take for like them to take over. Because
AI and robots. Good luck. Yeah.
But like a part of me kind of wants it to happen for some reason. I don't.
Well, so it's something to keep in mind. Like AI is happening, right? It is a thing right now. AI is replacing people in their jobs in some cases. AI is doing things that like Rose and company hates AI because AI is doing artwork and it does pretty crappy artwork in some cases.
Most cases.
But it's very easy to get your hand on AI art, and people use that over going to actual real artists to get real quality work done. AI in some cases can be really damn cool. But you have to keep in mind right now that the AI that we have out there, honestly, is just a pattern recognition system. That's it. That's all it is. It is not intelligent by any stretch of the imagination. Can it do some really cool things? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, all we've done is taught a computer how to recognize patterns. And those are patterns in the words that we're describing. They're a pattern in the things that we're asking it to do. And then we're just letting it build based on those patterns over and over again. And that to me is just a basic script. As a software developer, that's not that intuitive. We've got really big, huge, complex computer systems set up so that we have a computer that can do this pattern recognition to build images, videos. Like I don't know, there's a whole YouTube channel on there about where they're doing new movies as the old 70s panorama videos. It's absolutely fantastic to watch them. But that's all AI generated. And you're like, oh, that's really cool. And it is really cool. You can see where the AI has kind of screwed things up. But at the end of the day, again, it's just pattern recognition, because I can see from video to video to video where it uses the same face, the same hands, the same movements, the same this, the same that. Like it keeps using the same stuff over and over and over again. Why? Because that's what it knows to do. And this is just a generic pattern recognition software. Looks cool, but not intelligence as of yet. Is it getting there? Yes. Will it eventually get there? Potentially.
Perhaps. I just want to see robots walking around.
Oh, you can do that already.
I want to see them like having a life for some reason. I want to see them like having little robot children and like taking them to school and stuff.
You want to see?
That would be kind of cool.
So in order for that to happen, we have to get to the state where you can have. I think you'll be closer to seeing robots moving around and doing stuff like that when quantum computing becomes a thing. Right now, with our processors and everything else that we have hardware-wise, physically-wise, we don't have anything small enough to be able to run a true thought-thinking computer like that in that small form factor. It just doesn't exist. you need quantum computing for that. So until quantum computing becomes a regular thing, I wouldn't worry about it too much. And it's sad because, I think it would be kind of cool to see, as you say, computers are robots up and running around and everything. That would be kind of fun. Who wouldn't want their very own, data running around behind them? Yep. But it's not going to be a thing anytime soon.
I think I would mainly want them to be like my friend. Like I want a robot friend. We're just cool. I don't know. We just hang out.
That's funny. Go on picnics with mine.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
That sounds lovely.
Living the life.
Living like Larry.
In like Flynn. That's just terrible. Terrible. I have been on a kick as of lately, and I have been watching a bunch of really god awful movies. I wouldn't even call them B movies. They're like E and F rated movies. They're the old made for TV movies that they used to come out on public television that you can now go find on YouTube. They're just that bad. They're like, oh, there was a reason why we had commercial breaks in this, is that we had a second to get up, walk away, and go, dear God, I can't believe I just watched that.
Oh no. I'm gonna need some of these titles so I can do some digging. I love bad movies.
Oh, these are atrocious. I'll go back to my history. I'll get you a list of them. They are just atrocious. And it's not like they're atrocious because of acting. Like they've got some really solid actors playing these parts, and you're like, the writing on this is so terrible.
Mm.
The special effects is ungodly. Like you're watching these going, you were just desperate for a payday. That's why you did this movie.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
My boy's like, I needed to make my car payment. I did this movie.
Here, watch this. They just hand it to you like on a blank disc.
Yeah.
Please. Oh.
Oh, it was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's fine. Wow, we've really deviated from that question by a lot.
I don't even remember what the question was.
What was your favorite type of sandwich?
Oh. My favorite type of sandwich is a robot guy trying to sell his really bad movie. Yeah.
I'm like, how did we get to this point in the conversation? Wait a minute, what was the original question? Right. What was it, like a Chobano? No, it was some breakfast sandwich you were describing to us. And then we went right off the hilt. Got it.
Well, I'm glad you got it together because I definitely wouldn't have been able to tell you all that because I forgot all that.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Misfits of Mayhem would like to know, what are your top 3 video game husband, wives, spouses, or crushes?
Oh God. That's such a difficult question. What? No, it's not. And the third one may shock you. My number one, it's gonna be really weird, but just stick with me. It's gonna be Toad.
We're here for it.
From the Mario games. Toad is like my favorite character ever. I can't tell you why I'm so obsessed with them, but I just know that I am. And they're so like, I think it's because they have like this very like cutesy design. Hear me out. It's Toad. Okay, Mayhem. They have this very cute, innocent design, and they're like they have like a silly voice and whatnot. But I feel like there's like moments if you watch like the show when they had the show, I feel like there's moments where like you get to see like Toad actually has like is like a multifaceted like character, like fully developed. And I just like to, I don't know, I like to make up stuff for if I'm playing a game where he's in it. I'm like, oh, this is probably like he's probably gotta go home after this and like make dinner. I like just I don't know. I like that I can like imagine so many things for him, and I think he's amazing and helpful, and also he's just the best. So that's my number one.
Okay, you're like number 3 would have surprised you. You got me at number 1. I'm like, wait,
Oh well,
Toad?
the number one will surprise you because Toad is at the top. We're starting with the best. We're starting with the best. Also to make time for figuring out what the other two is gonna be. um, look, I have him on my arm too. Like I'm not even lying. Like
uh,
I'm about this. Watch that.
there you
I'm
go.
about that life.
There you go. Toad life.
Toad life, for real. I don't know.
Gotta get you that mushroom stew.
Oh no. Champignon. No. No. His family. Help. Oh gosh. I feel like 3 isn't enough because I played so many games and I absolutely probably have a million crushes. But for some reason, the next one that I think of is Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I love Cassandra. I love Cassandra. She's so, I don't know.
I haven't
She's
gotten
so
far enough
strong
in where
and
I've
powerful.
run into Cassandra, I don't think, in Odyssey.
So Cassandra's like one of the avatars you can play as. You can either play as her or you can play as her brother. I don't know if that's a spoiler for some people or not, but that
would be why I haven't run into. I'm like, the name doesn't sound familiar because I play her brother.
Forgot her brother's name. It's the anyways, I haven't played as him, so I don't know if I'm guessing eventually you do run into her because I know you run into her brother when you play as her.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to bump into the other one. I haven't. Of course, I started. So I got it for Game Pass, and I started it over. I got sidetracked onto one of like the DLC contents that were made available for it. I'm like, ooh, disappeared over there, and I still yet to get back over to play the actual main game content.
Oh, awesome! I also think I should play as him to see, but I want to say there's also like I want to say there's maybe like different things you may experience in the game and that you may not experience based on who you pick. So it could be the case also of like maybe if you play as her, you interact more with the brother than the other way around. Maybe. But I love her character.
There you go.
I don't know what I do know what the third one is. I'm just embarrassed because I don't want to be. Guys, it's Astarion. I'm so sorry. I've failed you all. I fell into the trap as well. It's Astarion. Surprise.
Surprising.
And I feel like that one doesn't need any explanation. Have you seen him? Hey, have you met him before? We're here for you. Thank you. I think there needs to be a support group for sure.
Okay, so my first experience is with Astarion, where with the so I play every Sunday. I play with a role playing group, and so we did a permadeath Baldur's Gate 3 run. So my very first playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, it took us a year to finally beat it. Because every time the entire party wiped, we'd start over, new characters, everything from scratch. My first time meeting and dealing with Astarion was during our very first group run. And he decided that he was going to neck with Rutherford's character. And Rutherford's chat was feeling very spicy that night and stabbed him. And so that was my... Like, Astarion makes a come on play to Rutherford. Rutherford stabs him, and that was the end of Astarion. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't understand why everybody was so up in arms about how great this character was. He just died in like 2 seconds.
This guy, he's got nothing. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Look how
absolutely.
look
Like,
how fast he went down.
right, exactly. And like no context behind it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know what was the big deal about him. He's dead now. Look at that
Which
blood
is actually
smear
kind
on
of
the
funny
floor.
because the first go round that I played, I keep seeing people saying like how strong he is and stuff. I think that's just like based on how you build him, but I couldn't get him to do crap in my first run. He was so weak. So it was basically just him being like the passenger princess of the group, and he's just there to like throw a funny quip after we like punch someone to the ground. It's great. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Why does
That's
he need to be killing people? No, let him just be there. It's okay.
have I stabbed you yet? Well, I'm being nice.
He's
Oh,
great. But yeah, yeah, I'm sure there's probably a cajillion other characters I could say, but those are the only ones I can think of right now.
okay. So you didn't get your get excited about anybody in like in Stardew Valley or Dragon Age
Um,
Origins.
um, no. So I have like a weird thing um, with games that have like have like a good amount of following and stuff that I've missed on because I've missed on a lot of like pop culture things, not just video games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have this weird thing in my mind where it doesn't like I go play it and I really like it, but for some reason I just won't connect with the characters as much, and it's like as if something in my head is telling me though these characters belong to someone already, so they're loved enough. You're okay. Just get through the story. And I don't know what that is. I can't get rid of it. It's kind of annoying because I really want to like fully like deep deep dive into it, but I can't do it. I guess I really like Sten what's his name? Sten, the the golem in Dragon Age Origins, but that's as close as I can get. Um and to me he's just like a cool guy. I don't know.
I mean,
Nothing too crazy.
I couldn't. Well, I've not played any Dragon's Age, so I've watched
This is the
other
first time I
people.
played it.
Cool. Yeah, I've never
But yeah.
played any of the series. I've watched a number of people play an awful lot of it, and
Yeah.
you know they seem to be having fun. I watch the on-screen stuff. So I do this when I watch people playing a game, right? I watch what's happening on the screen for like the game content, that sort of thing. Um, and then I watch what information is displayed in the GUI, and then I watch the way that the like if it's a first person sort of game, or even a third person, like they give you that little reticle in the center of the screen to kind of help aim things. And so you can watch how that moves and the individual who's using it, who's playing the game, and how they move things around and tell if this controller or keyboard. And so I'm looking at all these various different things and trying to go, okay, is this a game that I would play? And so I'm watching more of the gameplay style and
Mm.
how the controls are working for it and what kind of information is being presented to you, the end user, and looking for things like that to go, okay, does this look like a game that I'm interested in for playing because this looks like it would be fun to play? And if at the end of the day I go, yeah, no, I don't, there's something about the controller makeup I don't like or whatnot, then um, I probably won't ever play it. And Dragon Age is one of those that jumped out at me like, oh, I like a good RPG, but I can see this is geared for a controller use. And I don't really like the way all of that works. So I don't know that I would ever be interested in it to play it. So I just never picked it up.
I feel like I can relate because I'm trying to like break myself out of it because there's like I said there's like a lot of games and stuff that I would want to catch up at some point. But I
Mm-hmm.
have the same thing to where it's like I there's something about the format that doesn't really click in my mind, or there's something about like the specific way like the game's UI is that I'm just like doesn't make sense to me, or
Mm-hmm.
but if it's like a big enough thing of like, oh, like a lot of people are telling me that I probably like this, then I'll like if I have the ability to, that I'll truly try it. And that's what kind of
Right.
happened with Dragon Age. But yeah, I can. I feel like I can relate because there's definitely a lot of things where I'm like, I think I'll pass.
Joel
Uh,
Miller smash.
oh
Who's Joel
man,
Miller?
is that Red Dead? That's another game people have been telling me I should play.
Ah,
I could be wrong though. It sounds like a cowboy name. They're cowboys, right? I'm pretty sure.
yeah. Red Dead Redemption is
Okay,
Cowboys.
I was
The
like,
Last of
I
Us.
was like, it'd be really awkward. Oh, Last of Us. Okay, I haven't played that one. I've only watched the show. Which would make sense
Wait, there was
as
a
to why I
show
don't
for
know
that?
the names. I guess yeah, they've made like I don't know if it's like directly recreation of the game, but yeah, they have a show on I think it's HBO.
Fascinating.
Oh yeah, it has Pedro Pascal
Also,
in
uh,
it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I, yep. Nope. Never mind. Uh, One has to remember to lean into the bit. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all you get out of me. On my way, Pedro.
Pedro, 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 Pedro.
Yeah.
Hey,
You'll get a
old dancing
dancing.
dino.
Yep.
Yeah.
I find that that's Rose's like signature. If you've got them bouncing along to whatever it is, and then you're going to get dancing dinosaur.
I love dancing dino.
Got no place for that. Wow. Wow. Yes. The little hobbit hole I thought was
It's
pretty
appropriate.
on point.
You can only see so much of this room, but the outside of where I live is exactly like this.
You just zhuzhed it up a little, right?
Yeah, just made it a little bit more modern.
We have
Just
bougified.
as to not scare the normal people away.
Right.
You know,
The
don't wanna
normies.
scare the Amazon drivers and the the U.S. Postal Service.
Okay,
Don't want them to be confused.
the first time I heard the term Amazon driver, my brain completely misheard that.
Mm.
And I thought I heard them say Amazonian drivers. And I'm like, wait, we're getting like 8-foot tall
That'd be awesome.
chicks in bikini coming by to deliver something. Wait, where do I sign up for this?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Can't we still sign up for it? I feel like he has enough money to where he can make that happen, Mr. Jeff.
I legitimately had to ask somebody to say that again. Wait, you got what coming to your house? Oh, Amazon. Okay, so much better than what was in my head.
Oh.
I lost my 2 pencil.
Oh no. Okay, this is gonna bother me because this one piece stuck onto the board, but there's like a very visible space in between them.
Mm-hmm. If it's stuck on the board, then it's in the right spot.
Oh gosh, but do you see that?
Oh.
There's like a.
Oh no, that's
I
a
hate
graphic
that.
on yours. You can just refresh the page.
Oh nope, I can't lose my score. We'll just it'll just have to be like that, I guess. Gotta let them know that I'm Anon G1068 and I'm doing great.
That's right. That's right. It's yours. You got it.
Pow. Pow.
Aha.
And
I got another one. I'm like now just doing the occasional odd piece here and there. I'm like, that's fine. That's all I care about. Get the occasional odd piece in there, I'm good. But so I noticed that you did some Five Nights at Freddy's games. There's a ton of clips on your page over that.
Mm.
Was that on purpose? Did somebody talk you into it? Did you have a good time? Did you have a bad time? Did you, get terrified?
So there's a lot going into this. Because
well,
I'm
we're
of
here
the
for it.
age.
Go ahead and unpack it.
Apparently, I am of the age where when Five Nights at Freddy's came out, it became this whole thing amongst my age range, and I totally missed that train. Didn't know it existed. Never heard of it. And then obviously, they have like other games that came out, and there's like lore and there's books now. I don't know what that's about. So, and then like most of my friends around me have played it or have known about it or have watched people play it and like know like the backstory to all the characters and like how everything interconnects and like the things that they don't tell you in the games and like all that cool stuff.
Right.
So I basically got bullied into playing it. I got bullied into playing it, and I was miserable because I couldn't get past the fourth night, and it was so ridiculous because I was doing what people were telling me to do, and I looked it up on Google, and none of it was helping. So I basically was like, I threw my hands up in the air, and I was like, nope, not touching it anymore.
Done.
They can survive the night on their own. They can figure it out. I'm quitting. I don't get paid enough to look over that place at night. Are you kidding me? It's terrifying. No, thank you.
That's
and then it's super funny because I have a brother. He's 10 years younger than me, and he definitely caught the train. And he was like obsessed. He has so much like stuff for it, like merchandise and everything. And I'm like, I'm like looking at him, I'm like, how did you know about this? And you were like 4 years old when it came out, and I'm over here like, well, what's a Freddy? What is this, what are these Five Nights? Is this like TGI Fridays? Is this a new restaurant? Five Nights at a good old Freddy's? I don't know.
I don't. I saw the game when it came out, and honestly, I'm like, oh look, all they've done is made Chuck E. Cheese into a horror show.
Yep. Which it kind of is now. I didn't know that Chuck E. Cheese was still sort of in business in a lot of areas, and I recently saw images of what they look like on the inside, and it's so sad. So sad. They just sucked the life out of it.
You
so
gotta understand.
Random,
but well, when we were younger, Chuck E. Cheese was the place to be. That was a thing.
I love Chuck E. Cheese. I loved that that little like helicopter thing that would spin you up into the air.
Oh,
I think that was my favorite. It's amazing. They don't even have that anymore. Like, what's the point?
No.
Mm-mm. I think somewhere I probably still have like an old token from it or something. Somewhere.
Oof, those are worth. Those are collector's pieces. You laugh, but they are collector's pieces. It's like I still have my old Blockbuster card. I still have my Blockbuster video rental card. Collector's item. It's useless, and nobody's going to buy it because it's got my freaking name on it. But
unless
I
you
got
find
it.
someone with the same name.
No. Well, okay. I can't say no because that's actually pretty possible since my real name is the equivalent of John Smith.
Okay.
So you could Google my real name and you would get like 600,000 hits on that and be like, okay, yeah, good luck.
It'd be like, okay, so you're looking for half of the population.
Have fun with that. Here you go. We'll let you have at it. Yeah. No. So I don't typically worry about that too much.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
There we go. Oh, this is getting done
Uh,
quick.
yeah, it's 750 pieces. I figure if you got
That's
some
not too bad.
diehards in there, it's well. Certain puzzles I have noticed if they have a lot of detail like this one has a lot of really good detail on it, so it's easy to align the images. It's easy to find where the puzzle pieces actually go to match.
Mm.
Um,
You might be onto something there.
and the play place once. Ooh, I like the old ball pen. But yeah, so some of these where they have like a lot of details that's easy to pick out and put the pieces in, they go really fast. So I tend to make those a little higher up in number of puzzle piece count. Others of these puzzles where it's a lot of just like solitary color with a few lines and some gross shapes through there, tend to be a lot harder, and so we do those at a lower puzzle piece count.
Smart thinking.
But yeah, I don't know. It's smart. It's just that we've been doing puzzles now for since the beginning of the year. So we're November. So we're
puzzle putter togethers.
11 months into this, and yeah, we've just kind of figured this stuff out along the way. But Green Emerald Dragon would like to know, if you were isekai'd to a world of swords and magic, and you get 5 skills, what would they be and why?
This is that funky thing where you can have like any like superpower, like any kind of mixed master of a superpower, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, why is this moving like that? And it has to be 5 of them?
Yep.
Okay. I gotta do a couple of basic ones because I feel like they're helpful. I want to do flying, and I want to do invisibility because I think together they're a very dangerous combination. It's another good one. I gotta think of some weird ones. Oh, you know what? If I could touch anything and turn it into mac and cheese, that would be really helpful. Mac and cheese is my favorite food, and it would be so great if like you were just super hungry. You wouldn't have to buy any ingredients. You wouldn't have to make it. You wouldn't have to buy it already made. At a moment's notice, you could just touch something and turn it into nutrients, and I think that'd be awesome.
I don't think Emerald Dragon had that planned out.
Probably not. So invisibility, flying, mac and cheese, Midas touch. Oh gosh, what else? It'd be really cool. You know, it'd be really cool if you were like a human like tape recorder. So you could it's like a step beyond. It's like a step beyond being able to memorize everything you've ever heard.
Right.
But you would be able to prove it to other people that you heard it and that it's like it's on record. That'd be really funny to like pull out on someone to be like, actually, no, you didn't say this. You said this. Yay!
I had to do the up close and personal zoom in order to find the piece that was sitting somewhere funny.
Yeah, it looks so nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Now we break it apart. Throw it away.
Smash it. No, what this means is we got a little bit of time, so I need to go find us another short puzzle. Yay. So I need to go pull up different. Anyways, so you said, it's 2 more skills.
Oh wait, yeah. So invisibility, flying, mac and cheese Midas touch, human. I want to be human tape recorder. Oh, you know that would also be really helpful if you wanted to like. You could do that with. You could do so many things with it. If like depending on how good it is, I guess it'd have to be like a modern version of a tape recorder because tape recorders aren't that great with audio. But like you could like log a lot of people's voices and like just open your mouth and sound like them. That would be pretty
Imitation.
fun. Yeah, that would be pretty fun. So I feel like I think I'm onto something with human tape recorder. I feel like that's I think I'm cooking right now. I think I might have come up with the best one ever. Also, you could become like the best singer ever if you just log a bunch of like famous performers' voices and stuff. Just saying. Um and then the last one, I don't know. I feel like those are such good ones. I don't um Visibility flying. Oh gosh, I don't know what the last one would be. I'm pretty solid with the four. Um, Might have to get some mac and cheese. Rose says, "Don't worry, I'm about to touch the screen."
Got you covered.
um,
Watch this. Poof.
got you
Instant.
covered. Oh, you could get someone covered if you like
Oh,
touch the ceiling. If you touch the ceiling and all of it just falls on people, got you covered
I'm
literally.
just right. So I just my brain just went to, oh, that would make for a really interesting hentai video. Some dude just
Oh,
running around grabbing shirts. Mac and cheese, haha.
mac and cheese.
Have a mac and cheese top.
Oh my goodness, that would be awesome, actually. Actually, that'd be great. No, no, actually, I think I've somehow come up with the best combinations. I've come up with the best ones, I think. I don't know what I've
Oh,
only heard a couple of other people answer this question, but I feel like
hi,
mine
Salty.
are pretty good.
I'm sorry you just came into that.
Oh,
Uh, I just that's where my brain. You're like, yes, mac and cheese. I'm like, oh, might just touch mac and cheese. What could I do? Yeah. Brain went right down
yeah,
in the wrong direction for that one. Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
Someone you don't like, just touch them. Just put your hand on their hand and they just turn into mac and cheese and you don't have to worry about them anymore. And it's
look,
not
it's
like
not
you killed
you.
them.
It's not you. I just want some mac and cheese. Thank you. Goodbye.
Don't worry about it. You're like, hey, do you like mac and cheese? They're like, yes. I'm like, I got you. Got you, dude. Don't even worry. You're about to become the thing you love most. Isn't that what we all want?
Bam. Okay,
Oh, I really can't
you have to have a cool catchphrase when you mac and cheeseify somebody.
mac and cheese are fine. No, that's nothing to do. I was thinking because like the mac and cheese I like is like where you put it in the oven and you like bake it. So I was like, get baked. But that would mean something else. Oh, actually, I'm sticking with that one. Get baked. And then
See, I my thought was like, arm around shoulder, be like, you are the cheesiest. Whack.
you are the cheesiest. Oh, you are the cheesiest mac and cheese in New York City. I would probably, actually, no. My fifth power would be being able to come up with the best catchphrases for people.
Get
Fill in
ronified.
Get runified. Oh man. Here, let me get your bow tie. If it's bow tie pasta.
Yeah, this will work.
Yeah. Um yeah, my fifth one is just kind of a throwaway because I can't think of anything better.
I'm. I think we're all just stuck on mac and cheese at this point.
I think it's awesome. I'm wanting some mac and cheese now. No, because if you think about it, if I'm combining all of them, I have a great catchphrase. I turn invisible. I fly to your destination at 60 miles per hour. I reappear. I touch your hand. Your hand falls off. It's macaroni. It's on the floor. Seagulls are coming. They're eating all the mac and cheese off of the ground. You're looking at your stump of an arm right now, and you're like, "Oh my god, what just happened?" I disappear again. I go behind you. I reappear again. I'm like, "Hey, get ronified." touch you again, just completely just mac and cheese. I feel like that's the ultimate attack. And then I say some other catchphrase. I don't know.
There you guys go. New puzzle. It's a short 300 one. It shouldn't take long.
Okay.
Get Bronafide.
That's great. I love Get Bronafide.
I'm still stuck with the whole, like, for me, I grew up with the Kraft macaroni and cheese commercial. So like for me, all I can hear is, Kraft macaroni and cheese. It's the cheesiest.
It's the cheesiest. I actually don't ever recall like having food commercials on TV. Whoa, this is all green. I don't
It's not
recall
all
having
green.
like
It's
food
mostly green.
commercials. It's mostly green. I got a lot of like random local commercials, like local business commercials when we had cable.
See,
Or the Campbell's soup one, actually, I lied. Campbell's soup one was a very prominent commercial for me. Where it's like rolling down the aisle and stuff.
Yep.
That's a good one.
I'm just okay. So now that we have determined that you are now a macaroni and cheese supervillain, who would be your arch nemesis then?
Spaghetti. I don't know. Actually, yeah, spaghetti. It'd have to be something the opposite of mac and cheese, though. I feel like it'd be like.
Well, that's what I'm like. What would be the opposite of mac and cheese?
But like spaghetti is like, it's long and it's thin, and it's also tomato instead of cheese. So I feel like, but I don't know. I also am just not a big fan of spaghetti. So there you go.
Lettuce.
We're already
pure
enemies.
Lettuce.
Oh.
Rose is in there real quick. You want to know what the opposite of mac and cheese is? It's something healthy for you.
Hey, mac and cheese is healthy. You got dairy.
Okay, I'm waiting to see how you sell this one. Let's go. you started down this path.
Yeah. And then you got your carbohydrates, the pasta. You can make the pasta healthy because there's like alternatives of pasta, like chickpea pasta. You could do like green pasta. It doesn't have to be unhealthy. And then and then you eat it and it's good for your soul and it makes you happy. So that's as healthy as it can get, baby.
I feel like you debougified mac and cheese that way. You can make it out of chickpea noodles. No.
No, it's great. It's great. It's not, it's a lot lighter on the stomach. Caesar salad.
Breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. It depends. Because I've had a mac and cheese where people put breadcrumbs on it, and the breadcrumbs are actually like a little bit soggy. So it
just depends on really where you put the breadcrumbs at in the cook process.
Yeah. Gross. Gross is correct.
Now, I will say, I'm not a big fan of anybody who makes macaroni and cheese and you have to stick it in the oven.
I love it in the
oven. And bake it.
I love baked mac and cheese.
No. It's wrong.
Amazing. It's amazing. You know what? No. Boom. Mac and cheese. You know what? Just for that.
So I make my own homemade mac and cheese, right? Mm. However, I use real cheese. So I'll go to the store and get like blocks of cheese and shred that cheese up and throw that in there, mix it in there. And I don't bake mine. So I cook mine out of extra wide egg noodles.
Okay.
butter, milk. Add some salt in there, and then you throw in whatever kind of cheese you want to. Like if you want it really super stringy, you throw in a little bit of mozzarella, some cheddar. If you want to have a good flavor to it, then you mix in some Colby Jack. Munster's not too bad in there as well. But you basically you put you cook your noodles, and you put the butter and milk in the pan, and you heat the butter and milk up together until the butter melts and they've kind of incorporated with themselves. Throw some salt in on top of that, then add back in the noodles. Swish the noodles around so the noodles are covered with the butter and milk solution, and then you add your cheese in on top of that, and just keep stirring till the cheese melts. And what you have, literally, you've seen those long pulls of cheese where people pull up. That's what you get on your spoon. You pull your spoon out with the mac and cheese, and it's just this long pull of cheese that comes with it. Why would you ever bake that?
Because if you do it, if you time it just right, you let them be like a little bit underdone, and then you put it. When you put it in the oven, you add some more, or alternatively, like a completely different type of cheese on top, so it gets nice and crispy when you put it in the oven, and it finishes cooking slightly in the oven, and then you let it sit
No.
out for a little bit, and it like completes the process, and you can still get the stringy, you still get the nice cheesy pull. It's just all about timing. I'm also from the South, which I feel like it's like a normal thing for it to be baked.
I too am from the
It's
South,
I
and
feel like it's much weirder for people not to bake it.
unfortunately,
Unfortunately, oh no.
unfortunately, well, I mean, it really. I think that's more of a regional thing. Like it's not in everywhere. Like in the Carolinas, for example, they don't bake their mac and cheese.
No, they don't.
Mm.
I don't think I've ever been to the Carolinas.
So it's one of those. I guess it's more regional. It just depends. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, for me, no. I've had some people cook it and bake it, and I'm like, why would you? Because every time I've had it baked, and here's the problem with baked, and the reason why I don't like it baked is every time you have it baked, all you end up doing is taking your noodles, which I like my noodles slightly al dente, so there's a bit
Oh,
of bite to them. You bake that. All they have a chance to do is finish cooking the noodles all the way through, and what you get is not al dente noodles, you get mush.
there you go. I like both, so I guess that if you're looking at it that way, it makes sense.
So I'm not a big fan
Why you
of
would want
mush.
the mush.
Mush.
I
No, that's a
like a good
fun word to
mush.
say.
Mush.
Mush.
Fifth fifth power, I turn you into mush. You don't like mac and cheese? Okay, I got you.
I got you.
I
I got you
also
covered. Watch
I also
this.
offer mush.
Mush.
Okay, but check this out.
Oh. It just reminds me of a. Hmm. There was a story I was reading entitled "The Brown Note" about a guy who gains superpowers. Um, and if I have to explain what exactly the superpowers he got based on his name, I'm going to laugh at you. Uh,
Mm,
Mostly because there's a clip on my channel where I'm reading out what happens and how he gains his powers and his discovery of his newfound powers, and I absolutely cannot read the line through without losing my mind. Like I'm reading this and I hit the part and I just start laughing. I'm like, I can't. I have to start back over again. Um, you burned your bread.
oh no.
Haha.
If you just need to shave a little bit off of it, it'll be fine. Just shave the burnt parts off. very gingerly.
You say, I'll just shave it off, and all my brain suddenly just had this impression of like the old single razors, and Rose with this leather strap just getting it sharpened up, and then just like shaving,
lathering up the toast. Lather a little lather first.
We get that butter lather going, right?
That's actually a great visual. Somebody needs to make that happen. A toast getting shaved in the barber chair, a butter lather. That's amazing. There's like a block of cheese on the other chair waiting for their turn.
Exactly right.
There's just like a grater on the table in front of them.
A grater? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Just shave a little off the top. Yeah.
Off the top a little, just a little. Just I'm just here for a neat little trim. That's all. It's fine. Oh my word! It's just, yeah. This is Rose's fault, because that's just sitting there thinking about you, like, oh, just shave a little bit off, and I can see Rose doing exactly that. Breaking out a razor and shaving off. It's just terrible.
Just imagine it turning into terrible. Sweeney Todd. You finish shaving off the toast, you slice it in half, and then you throw it down the chute under the chair.
That's right. Just and gone. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, it's a thing.
It's definitely something.
We got it. We got it covered. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, interesting little pattern here. I don't have enough pieces for it.
Not entirely sure what's happening here.
I don't know. If you don't know and I don't know, then I think we have a problem.
Well, it'll be all right.
Are we sure about that?
No, but you can just fake it till you make it.
Now, there's a thought process.
That's what I do. It seems to be working out pretty well.
You say, that's what you do, but I think you've mastered it, and you are no longer faking it, because you are making it, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You'd be wrong. I appreciate that, though. I'm glad that I'm faking it so well.
I don't think I'm wrong. Well, I think you're doing exactly as... I think you're doing fantastic.
Uh-oh, we
gotta... Look, it's... Like, so the start is always the hard part. Getting started seems to be the thing that hems up most people. The fact that you've gotten started, you're out there, you're streaming now, means you've already done the hard part. The next hard part that comes after that is usually getting situated in getting your community, what you want to do with your community, doing a lot of that and getting that in place, which you've already handled that as well. So again, I would say you're no longer faking it to make it. You're doing it really, really well. Hang on one second.
Oh, I have unlocked things. I think this goes in the middle. Oh. There we go.
Got it.
Yep.
Get it, got it good. Now it's forgotten.
Get her done.
Oh, that's a line that I was never a big fan when it originally came out.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing. I mean, there are people that like that line, and more power to them. But that's a. It's fine. It's fine. I'm like, how do I put this nicely? And the more I'm sitting here scratching my head, I'm like, you know what? Nah, we're just nope. Moving on. Not even going to touch it. It's all good. We got it. Look at that. Look at that pretty shape coming out in the center. I figured that would give us a nice little thing to start with. Yes, there's a lot of green in here, but I figured the green would be offset by there's some definite pattern shapes in this thing.
This
puzzle. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You speed ran eating grilled cheese. What? How?
Hoping that doesn't mean that like the roof of your mouth is burnt or anything, because I feel like that's what that would happen to me if I tried to do that.
It just sounds painful.
Yeah.
On your mark, get set, snorf. Just missed the puzzle. Well, that's fair. Puzzle hasn't gone anywhere. It's still there. If you need a link to it, I will repost a link and then add it to the shortcut command. Well, I just figured anybody who wanted it could get it and it would be there. Now, that's a point of... Do you ever feel the need to do funny voices when you're just goofing with your friends or even on a stream?
Hey, my name's Shortbud and I make funny voices all the time. Hello, this is Funny Voices Anonymous. It's a problem. I have so many characters inside of me all the time that they're there forever and I can't get rid of them. Yes, I do that all the time.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay, I don't feel bad then.
There's this really fun one that's like my go-to. It's like I guess he'd be like a middle-aged like redneck dude or something, because I'm always like a grandpa, maybe a little bit older than middle-aged, I guess. He's like, he talks like this, and sometimes I just go, oh. I do that a lot. I do that so much. I've done it in places where I realize a little too late that like no one around knows me and doesn't understand that that's not actually how I am. And it's great.
Stare at you a little funny.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so good every time. It makes me feel so comfortable and not at all scared.
Rock it out, I say.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun, right? Like half of life is rough enough as it is. Like, sit back, relax, have a good time, laugh a little. It's okay. We promise your face will not crack if you crack a smile. That is not how that works.
Yeah. I agree.
Like I had an uncle once who I don't think I've ever saw the man smile his entire life.
Oh.
And I'm like, why? Why would you ever go through life with that solid frown on your face? Like, that doesn't seem like that would be fun. It feels kind of painful.
Very painful.
But yeah, my uncle, I don't think he ever smiled, ever laughed over anything, and generally appeared to be a fairly normal, disgruntled individual. Trying to find a nice way to describe him, but my uncle was disgruntled. He complained about everything.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's definitely a way of going about things, I guess.
Like, Unc, Stop that.
Oh no. Not Unk.
Yes, Unk. You're not the only one that gives people funny names, by the way. Like,
Okay. I
don't
feel
feel
seen now.
don't feel like, oh, I'm the only one that, no. I call all my call my uncles Unk.
Mm.
And then I go out of my way to piss off my aunts as much as I can.
As much as possible. That's awesome. That's it. Like that's the goal. It's like
that is the goal. Well, okay. So I read once a long time ago, they put this survey out about, over the course of a average person's life, you'll run into and talk to some number of people. Right. Back then it was like 4 million people. I'm pretty certain if you rerun those numbers now, it's probably a little higher. Bigger population in the world right now. That said, I looked at that. I'm like, you know what? My plan is to see how many of these people I can run into and how many I can annoy.
I think that's a perfectly sane and sound goal.
Like suddenly my ultimate thrill and joy in life was just to go around and piss people off. And I feel like there are people that know me and be like, yeah, that seems legit for Nori.
Legit. Listen, if I heard someone just describe, if I didn't like tune into stream or anything, and it was just like someone was like, "Hey, oh, I know this person. His name is Nori," and then he's like this and this, but they describe you as like, yeah, they go around just trying to piss people off on purpose. I'd be like, "Hey, I'm a little scared. I don't want to meet you." That's quite the description.
It is quite the description. It's perfectly fair. To be honest with you, I don't know that I would be in a rush to meet me either.
I feel like that makes it sound like you're like probably like really good at like you probably like know immediately like how to push someone's buttons and stuff.
No. Believe it or not, that actually takes a lot of effort and a lot of work. We don't have a Rose in for the puzzle. There you go, Rose.
There you go.
Oh, no, Rose is in here. I take it Rose scrolled back up and found the puzzle. See, I've been here.
How dare you?
I dare anything.
Oh, no.
It's fine. It's fine. No, I think so. To the point, right? If you're going to tease or be mean to somebody, there's a level of effort that has to be involved in that. Because in order to, I mean, it's one thing to tease somebody and you'd be like, aha, you're short, whatever. But honestly, if somebody just came up to me and like, haha, you're short, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, and you have no intelligence, you know absolutely nothing about me, and you're just picking the easiest thing you can to try and make fun of me, which isn't going to work because I just don't give a shit. If you think I haven't been told I've been short now for my entire life, well, you would be sadly mistaken, and so therefore you are a loser. Right? It's one of those things you can just kind of shake off and be like, yeah, you're an idiot. Who cares?
Yeah.
I've been called worse, and I've been called things far more creative than you could ever hope to imagine. And so you roll on with life, and it's fine.
That's a great way to go about it. It's like you're not giving them.
You don't give them the satisfaction,
or, yeah,
and you don't waste your energy on it.
Yeah. Oh, where's it? Okay.
No, I'm just happening. Running off with Rose's pieces. But to my point, right? If you're going to annoy somebody, you kind of have to know, the buttons to push. And in order to know the buttons to push, you have to get to know the individual, right? So to tease somebody to be mean to somebody and to be actually effective at being mean to somebody takes a large level of commitment. And so when you stop and think about it, if somebody's taken that much time and effort to get to know you at a level where they can say or do something that does cause some level of pain, they have got quite a lot of investment into you and quite a lot of an emotional attachment into your reaction and response to whatever it was that they're doing. So I, in turn, tend to look at that more as a compliment than anything else because, thank you. You have invested quite a lot of effort into trying to piss me off.
Hey, you've been tuning in. Yeah.
Great. I am here for it. Thank you very much. Happy to have you here. Which of course just pisses them off even more because then they're like, no, that's not how I was doing that. Well, obviously that was because, you've been here every day. You've been studying, taking your notes, learning exactly what makes me tick in order to say the right thing in order to get me to go off on you. Congratulations. You really do care. It's so nice.
Be like, "Aw, you really do care."
But that's honestly, though, that's the point, right? They have to care in order to invest that much time and energy. I'm telling you right now, if I don't care about somebody, I'm not investing that much time and energy. So for me, growing up in my family, right, that became a symbol of expressing your affection for each other. Right. So I grew up in a family full of pranksters. And that was the thing, right? If we were pulling a prank on you, we were expressing our admiration and care for you as an individual, because in order to get you with a good prank, you have to spend a lot of time sitting down and learning about that individual.
I feel like I do that with like comedy because I like making people laugh, and it kind of gets it gets on my nerves if I can't like immediately like pick up on what makes them giggle.
And so you spend time and you learn.
Yeah.
And that is what puts you up there at the top of the charts and makes your chat happy to come back to you time and time again, is because you take that time to get to know the individuals. Impressive how that all works. The great circle has come back around. I mean, it is worth noting that there are some points where, like, yeah, that does work out well. And I think people just tend to get hung up a little bit on things too much, you know? They're like, oh, well, he said this nasty thing about me. Well, yeah, he did. But do you realize he had to spend a lot of time to get to know you well enough to know that that nasty thing was going to bother you? Well, yeah, but why did he say it? Well, he said it to be nasty about it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he still obviously cares enough about you because he bothered to take the time to learn things about you in order to say that nasty thing. So I would just respond back, oh, you really do care.
I'm going to start pulling that line out more often. That'd be so funny.
It is fun, right? Because it's one of those, you kill them with kindness.
Yeah, because you're not getting back at them like to be nastier. You're just genuinely like, okay, that's very sweet, thank you. Yep. Anyways.
Well, it's just looking at it. So
that's going to bother them even more. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have the effect that they were intending it to have. So now they're a little upset and brokenhearted by it. And at the other side of the coin, you don't have to look like, the world's biggest jackass because, they were being a jackass and you're not stooping to their level. which to me I think is the big solid win, right?
Yeah.
When you
Something that
don't
like
stoop to
yeah.
somebody else's level to be like them, you become a trendsetter, just like Surtbud is here. He is teaching us all the ins and outs and great ways to do things. Fantastic.
I'd hope so. It'd be really awkward if you said that and I'm like just giving the worst advice ever.
Absolutely not. That's which we haven't gotten to the advice portion of the show yet. Hang tight, that's coming.
All right. I'll keep it dialed back a little bit.
So when you're not streaming, do you have a preferred like hobby or thing that you do when you're not streaming?
Well, when I'm not streaming, it's I'm a full-time student and I go to work. So when I'm not doing any of those three things, probably playing video games anyways. I'm probably blasting music while playing the game, like at a concerningly full of sound.
What favorite artist band?
That's very difficult because I love so many things.
Well, what's your current fixation? How about that?
Current fixation. I'm really trying to find more music that will speak to me in Spanish. Well, it's gonna speak to me in Spanish anyways because it's in Spanish and it's talking to me. But like I don't know. There's like it's very hard to describe like the kind of vibe that I like in music. But it's for some reason it's more difficult to find amongst Latin music, which makes me sad because because I'm Latin, so I wanna experience these things. So I'm currently trying to dig into like Latin rock and stuff. So it's like
Oh, that's gonna be a difficult one to find your hand on.
yeah, there are some groups that I've found that aren't necessarily like rock, but they translate in a way that reminds me of like popular bands that are English speaking. Um like um like there's this one group called if you translate it it's called the Tiny Green Men, which is
Right.
kind of funny. But the way their music, some of the songs that I really like from them remind me of stuff like the Smiths or the Cure. So I feel like that's a pretty good starting point. I really like them. Um, I usually really go for like my go-tos are like R&B and like disco music. It's not something that people ever really expect from me, but that's usually what I have going on when I'm playing a game. It's super epic when there's like a big fight, and it's just like the background is just like, "Did you little dance, make a little love, and get down tonight?" It's amazing. I think everyone should try it out. Play disco music while you're like fighting a big bad in a game. It's amazing.
It's fantastic.
It's great. But but yeah, I like playing video games. I listen to music. I don't know. I really like making art and stuff. But again, I have so many hobbies and stuff, but it's like the time. I don't have like the time to like fully like really soon enough. I
Soon
will
enough.
when I finish school, but right now it's like being in prisons. I my hands want to do things and but I can't because I have to use them to type out like a really long like paper or something.
Oh,
And I'd
I'm
really like to
sorry.
just like be making like things. I don't know. Yeah, it's it's also just kind of like how life is, which is great. But I try really hard to make the time for everything because I'm like if I don't, it's gonna drive me nuts. Like I gotta have my thing. Gotta have
Well,
one of my
you,
things at least. Gotta have my
well,
fix.
right. Well, you kind of. I mean, everybody needs their wind down time, right?
Yeah.
So it's important to make certain that you're taking care of yourself and getting some wind down time. Um, That way that you've got time to de-stress.
Yeah.
It's like words. Come on, Nori, finish the thought correctly.
Or don't. Either one.
Just give up on it, right? Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no.
it's just doesn't matter.
It's not
Don't
coming
worry
out.
about
Bail, abort. Where's that
Abort.
damn button?
it. Eject. But yeah, I agree. Especially like with like the career I've picked, I'm gonna need a lot of de-stressing time, I think. Which is gonna be great. I'm totally not scared about it. Haha.
Be fine.
I'm studying to go into like like human service work, like case
Okay.
management and that kind of stuff.
Social services.
So yeah, or yeah, it could be social services. I don't think I'd ever get to that point, but that's definitely
You
somewhere
never
you could
know.
take it if you wanted to. Yeah, you
Yeah.
never know. But like any of the avenues you take, there's gonna be a point that's gonna be like kind of emotionally taxing because you're having to take in so much of not like necessarily you're taking people's issues and putting them onto your own shoulders, but you kind of have to for like a split second if you're gonna be able to like send them into the right direction and give them the right resources that they need. So
Right.
it's like something that they like drill into us a lot of like you have to make sure when you get out there you also got to take care of yourself.
Well, yes, because before you can help somebody else, you have to be able to help yourself.
Yeah.
Which is, well, I never did much in the way of social services. I did run 10 years as a paramedic on the back of an ambulance. And one of the things that they like preached to us through all of my courses, all my training, everything else on a regular basis was the importance of make certain you take care of yourself first. You can't do anything for anybody else if you are broken, messed up. Like that's rule number one in that sort of thing. You have to look after number one. And I know it sounds terrible. However, you can't be somebody's hero if you can't even get yourself up off the floor.
That's true. It's just like the logical step. Which I also think is like pretty cool because sorry.
No, go. You're good.
I was gonna say it's pretty cool because in a way, even just like going through the courses and trainings and stuff, it's like you're going into it because you want to help others, but in a way, it also forces you to help yourself, and it's kind of like this really nice cycle of everyone's gonna end up being lifted up at some point when you're doing it.
Exactly. Precisely. And it works out well.
Yeah.
Everybody takes care of everybody, and nobody's left behind. It's the old like I don't know military code about nobody's left, no soldier left behind. In this case, it's no caretaker left behind. Now the thing that always drove me nuts, and we'll go there with this, just because I begin as a paramedic and whatnot. You always deal with people at their worst. That's a very stressful situation. It's very taxing. You never get to see anybody at their best. You always deal with them at their worst. And so that can take a real heavy toll on you. It's always fun when you get to bump into the individuals later on when they are capable of being at their best, and if they remember you and they're nice about it, it's a rewarding feedback, because then you get that whole, look, I was shit to you. I am sorry. I am doing much better today, and it's all thanks to you, and I appreciate you. And there's a nice reward feedback for that. Yeah, a good awesome dopamine hit from that. But that's not an all the time sort of thing like that. I would not expect for that to be a regular thing. That's unfortunately, very unfortunately, that's not a regular. That's actually the exception and not the rule, which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate, but you know,
You kind of just go with it. And then
but I
it'll
will
okay.
say that it will be okay. And if you can get into that, and that is something you're passionate about, and you've got the temperament and the internal strength of character and everything else necessary to do that work and do it long term, in my opinion, that makes you one of the strongest individuals on the face of this planet, because that is a very tough work to do. So if you get in there and you manage to, do it and keep up with it, then I'm gonna be right there on the sidelines cheering for you, and I will be your loudest supporter.
All right.
I was trying to figure. I'm just
Don't know
like,
why I
what?
thought you were gonna say cheerleader.
I'll get my pom poms. Let's go. You want? I'll do the cheerleading thing. Rah rah rah. Let's
That'd be
go.
awesome.
I'll break out the pom poms. I'll even
I'd
wear
just join in.
the tight spandex pants for it too. Let's go.
Let's go.
If we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right. Let's commit to the bit.
Hey, yeah, you gotta get in there.
Not that anybody wants to see me in tight spandex. It's probably not going to be it won't be a sight to see.
That would be so funny though.
I would join in. It would be scarring.
I'd probably roll an ankle or something, but I'd get in there too.
It would be the least bougified thing you've ever seen.
Bougified thing. Oh my goodness.
I like that word. I'm like, I got to figure out how I can work that word in more often. That is such a fantastic.
I think I might go out after this. I might just pull it out on someone and be like, "Hey, you're looking pretty bougified right now."
Right?
Because that
talk about a pickup line, right? That's what I'm talking about. Roll right up. Look, honey.
If that doesn't do it, I don't know what will.
Just go rolling right up in there. Just roll right up on me. Like, yeah. Let me tell you what. You looking very bougified tonight.
You're looking bougified. My goodness. So silly.
That is fantastic, right? Oh, be honest with you though, I think it would work. It would probably, it would definitely get you a phone number or two.
Rose says it would work on them. So hey,
there you go. There you go,
bougified, Rose. Now I know what you're thinking. You might be like, "Oh, you can't see me." No, but I do, and you're looking bougified right now.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Man, what all that's left is a lot of green. This is amazing. I have no idea where to put any of these. Oh, there you
go. Well, the even these greens have patterns, right? So it works out well.
Yeah, just not patterns that my brain is picking up on.
That's all right. I'm regretting picking this out. I'm like, oh, I thought this was going to be a lot easier, and it just not.
I'm gonna do the old little click and move on thing.
I've just been picking up pieces and just kind of like here. No, how about here? No, here. No.
Yeah, sometimes I just do it and it'll just stick. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's where it goes.
Yep. That's exactly the way I've been doing it. We call that brute forcing. If it don't fit, hammer it in.
Just glue the pieces together. I'm sure it'll look fine.
Well, you know what? We just find the spot for it and we go like, peace. You would be totally bougified if you just slid right into that hole.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Nori them. Oh gosh, that was amazing. No, I'm actually gonna use that. I'm gonna then I'm gonna get kicked out.
I don't think you would. I think you.
Some
be
people aren't on the
surprised.
same wavelength.
I think what's going to happen is you're going to slide in there and be like, you would look so bougified if you just slid right in that hole. And they're going to look at you and be like, what did you just say?
What are you talking about? Be like, nurse, he's out again.
You're like, I need you to say that again. And be like, sure. Let me just
Instant
let me get right up in here. You have to give me your digits first before you can get a second replay of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just give me your number so I can like say it to you over the phone. Maybe then you'll hear.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh
See?
Man.
And instant telephone number. Bam. Done.
Again, it would work on me, Rose says. Listen, when I pull up and I'm like, Rose, you're looking bougified. Don't act like you don't know what's happening. Don't act like you don't know. Because you know.
You know. That's right.
I think you know. I don't know why I thought these like hedges were gonna spell something out really funny, but they're just normal hedges.
Yeah, I thought they spelled something out when I was looking at the picture originally because it was such. When I'm picking out the picture, it's kind of low quality, so I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like it's definitely spelling something out. So that should be easy. No,
just kidding.
Let me vacuum and bring the pieces back in here real close. Because we've got them all spread out. And this will make it a little easier to find things.
This pattern isn't actually like really that great of a pattern to be following. I'm looking at the thing. It's like a little bit complicated. Okay. There's like swirls and stuff happening.
Ooh, swirls?
Swirls, you say?
Favorite breakfast cereal?
Favorite breakfast cereal? Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds. I think either that or like plain Cheerios. I don't like too much like sugary stuff.
Fair.
I actually can't think of the last time I've had cereal, but that's what it would be.
It's been an age since I've had cereal myself. I'm actually a big fan of Honey Bunches of Oats, just not with almonds. I don't like almonds.
Oh. I think all of them are pretty good. I think it'd be hard to mess that up. Unless you like, I don't know. Unless you're one of those people that puts like bananas or something on your cereal. Because there's people that do that, I think.
I have had bananas on my cereal before. And I remember being confused by it. Is what I remember.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, I like bananas. I'm okay with that. I like the cereal. Okay, I'm good with that. It was Frosted Flakes, and they threw bananas in there. And I think what confused me was the fact that they threw frozen bananas in my Frosted Flakes with cold milk.
Oh.
And that's what confused me. Because I'm like, this is just cold on top of cold on top of cold. Why?
You're going to freeze to death.
My poor teeth. It's like chewing on ice cubes. Frosted Flakes by handfuls. Yes. You used to eat Frosted Flakes as a snack. So, I remember throwing that in freaking sandwich bags and, eating that as
Oh
a
yeah, it's
snack
like a
walking
little.
down the side of the road as a kid. Yes.
I used to do that with Fruit Loops. Have like Fruit Loops, a sandwich, and like a plum or something.
Yeah, plum. I could do plum. Trying to remember. It's been an age since I've had a good plum.
Mm. I'm allergic to them now, so I don't eat them.
Oh, that's a
They
shame.
make yeah. There's like lots of fruits now that make like my throat close up. Weird. I don't know. Bodies. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do, right? But you know what you do? What you do is you walk up and you're like, body, look, I need you to work with me here. You gotta,
I
you
need you
gotta,
to.
you gotta get bougified.
I need you. We need to strike a deal. I want plums. You don't. What are we gonna do?
We'll work this out, right? In trade. We'll just work it out in trade. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
This is great because I feel like most of the conversations I don't know if this is like common for people, but most of the conversations I have somehow always land on food at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I have a
Well, we usually
coworker
talk about
who's
food around here an
yeah,
awful lot on Talk Tuesday. So,
I have a coworker that we don't know each other much, but whenever we talk, it's only about food, and like that's the only conversations we have is about food.
well,
We just go
food
on
is
for
an
hours.
easy topic that you can get into a conversation on, right? Because
Mm.
we all like to eat. We all have our
I
personal
love to
tastes
eat.
on food and things. So food's an easy. I think food you could almost say is almost like a universal language.
Mm. Yeah, I would agree.
Don't know what to talk about? Start talking about your favorite supper. Ooh.
Oh, that sounded like you had one in mind.
What do you like to eat?
I have a bit
Bob.
of a garbage belly. I'll just eat anything. If it's
Yeah.
there and I'm hungry, guess what? It's gone.
But fair. And as a kid growing up, I was raised to just eat whatever was put in front of me. Like that was the expectation. It's on your plate. You're going to eat it. Okay. I don't like this. Too bad. Somebody did something that made that something worthwhile that you should now consume it because somebody did something that made it worthwhile. Okay. Eat. Okay.
Whatever you say.
I tell you, the last thing that you ever want to do to your parents is break out the Igor voice when they tell you to do something. Go, yes, master.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no. Oh, don't do
Oh
that.
no.
Life advice from Nori. Don't do that. That will get you in all kinds of trouble.
If I did that to my parents, they'd be very confused because they don't know what that is. So it'd be extra funny.
You get off lucky then.
Yeah, yeah, my family immigrated here, so and you know there's still a lot that they don't understand. So it makes for some really good times for me, not for them. Makes them
I'm
uncomfortable. Makes me laugh.
fair. That is fantastic. My stepmom defiled mac and cheese with uncooked lima beans. Oh, I would have cried.
Is that like a thing people do? Or is just that just because? I've never heard of that before.
Oh, I don't like lima beans. So
Oh
I'm
no,
already feeling all kinds of ways for Rose at that point. They're like, here's some lima beans. No,
not a
no,
fan
what?
of 15 bean soup, huh?
No, not
No,
a fan of beans in general.
no.
Which is really kind of bad since I am of I'm Hispanic in origin, you would think, oh, beans, yeah, sure, you should be fine with all kinds of no.
Probably eat plenty of them. Yeah.
No.
Well, you know what they say. They're good for your heart. And the more that you eat,
Beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So let's have beans for every meal. I grew up with the same saying.
Cool. I'm glad. It'd be really weird if you didn't know. You're just like, what are you on about farting beans? What?
No. Unfortunately, I am fully vested in that sort of thing, but not so much. Now, granted, the rest of my family eats beans all the time. It's fine. I have just never had a real solid taste for it. I'll eat them if I have to. If they're on my plate, fine. Will I go out of my way to cook them in a meal and add them to? No, absolutely not. Not a thing for me.
I could like, if someone just made like a pot of beans, I could eat the whole thing. Just beans. Probably not totally great for your stomach, but
I would say no. Ask Rose. Rose tends to do that an awful lot.
Let me rephrase that. I have done it, and I will do it again, many times, as much as it takes.
Looky there, Rose. You have a friend and bean connoisseurment.
Bean buddies.
Not to be mistaken for Bean Boozled Challenge. Dear God.
Oh, gosh, that's another thing. Oh, no. They've probably made it a lot worse since the last time I did it.
I have no idea.
Gosh,
I've not even done it the first time.
Also, like, how do you determine some of those things? Because some of them will be like wet toilet paper or something. Like, how do you... Someone must be tasting these things, right? Which is crazy.
Yes. That's been my biggest question, right? And then the people who eat the Bean Boozled and they're like, nope, that's grass, or that's dirty diaper, or that's dishwater. I'm like, how would you know? Have you had this to begin with?
That?
For all you know, it's just a horrible taste.
Liver and onion? That's disgusting. No, absolutely not. I'd call the number on the back of the box and be like, "Hey guys, you got to stop this. You got to stop."
I'd be calling poison control. Are you kidding me? Like, no.
Please help me. I've had liver and onion.
Sir, why are you calling us? I ate a Bean Boozled. Don't ask. Just get here.
Bean Boozled, like the kids challenge. Don't worry about who it's for. Just, I need help, please.
Oh, okay. When I used to work for the rescue squad, we used to do some pretty stupid things late at night when we were on call. And so we were trying to stay awake, and we would do all kinds of really, really like drinking. We had the worst concoction drink game. And you would get like lime juice, mayonnaise, and ketchup in a cup. And people would drink stuff like, just like, oh God, yeah. Just the smell of it alone would make you want to throw up. And we would do things like that. So my only thought process here was, I would have had so much fun if we could have had Bean Boozled challenges when I was on those late nights, because I would have been so like, here you guys go. Have at it. And just watch some of these paramedics lose their minds.
It'd be cool if it was like themed ones. If they somehow had like themed ones that would be specific to it.
I just want a Bean Boozled collection that is just bad beans, and then just take them around and give them to whatever. Here, I got these great beans.
You could like fill up a regular Bean Boozled with just bad ones and be like, hey, let's see which one you get. It's just
Yeah,
you just know they're gonna get the bad one.
yeah, it's fine. Dive right on in. You'll love them, I promise. No. You're supposed to get a percentage chance to get a bad one or a good one. So you'll get a good. It's a 50-50.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Just give it a
Don't
shot.
worry.
It'll be all right. Dive right on in. I feel like I'm just a bad person.
Nah. Oh, where did I get this from?
I don't know.
Just appeared. Definitely not a bad person.
I haven't been paying attention to where you've been picking up your pieces from.
Me neither. I think that's the issue. Maybe I should pay more attention.
It's fine. We are actually at the end. We have your last two questions and then your raid juice. 3 hours done over with before you even realized it.
Yay! I did it. Hooray.
A marathon run.
I get a shirt. It's like, I survived Talk Tuesday.
Talk Tuesday, there you go. I told him to put apple juice and spaghetti as a child.
No, I need more shortbread. Listen,
just shortbread. Just lean right on in there and give her that bougified pickup line.
Listen, there's enough booze to go around. Don't worry. Don't even worry.
So this year's coming to an end very quickly. You know, we're halfway through November and then there's just December. And so think between now and a year from now, do you have any like big plans to do anything on your channel, like celebrations, charity events, or, you know, hey, I made it a year, let's celebrate. I don't know. Any kind of.
I mean, I didn't actually really think about that. I guess I'd probably do like a year one. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe like get some people on to play together. I think that'd be nice. Because I always get excited when streamers that I like do that kind of stuff. Because it's kind of like, well, you know, you're here and you've been here, and I appreciate that, and let's like, you know, let's do this thing together. I think that's pretty cool. But like other than that, I haven't really given it much thought. I kind of just go in and I black out, and then I look, and it's been like, oh, it's been a couple hours. Okay, guys, it's been great. Thank you. But it would be cool to do it would be cool to do a charity stream of some kind. Maybe I am starting an internship soon, so maybe I could find maybe something local that I could promote. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm just kind of like I'm just seeing where the wind takes me.
Right, there's nothing wrong with that.
And then if the opportunity arises, then I'm gonna jump on it.
Go with the flow.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like there's nothing saying you have to have like some big plans for you know a year from now or whatnot. Like it's fine if you don't. The question is this there because some people have things coming up. They're like, oh yeah, I'm doing this really big thing, and it would be great if, you know, the more people who know about it, the more people who get involved in it, and that's really cool.
Right.
So that's what that question serves to is it serves to provide people a way to be like, yeah, I'm doing this really cool thing that I think people should know about, and we would like to have people come take part in it. And so here you go. Here's your opportunity to bring it up to a bunch of new people and be like, hey, pay attention to the thing. Cool.
Please look at it. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Please do the thing.
That's all I got for right now. Other than that, I'd just be like, hey, if you wanna just have a silly time, that's what I'm here for.
Wow, we're always down for a silly time.
Right? Who doesn't want to be a little bit silly?
So I think you haven't done any collabs yet, but you have desires to do collabs in the future.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I'm not like the kind of
Um,
person to just be like, hey. But yeah, it'd be pretty fun. I actually did do one, but it was like way when I first started. And it was more sort of like, oh yeah, it was more like impromptu and like just kind of like thrown together pretty fast. So it wasn't anything crazy, um, but yeah, I think it's fun.
okay. You know, collaborations are fun because they're a nice way to interact with other people and uh, play games with people that you wouldn't normally be able to play games with. Be like, oh yeah, this would be fun. Get in there and do that and have generally good time. I just didn't know because your statement was like, I might do, get some people to come play on my games and whatnot on my 1 year, and that'd be kind of cool. I'm like, okay, so have you not done a lot of collabs, or is that just not something that's been
Yeah,
on your radar?
just hasn't just hasn't really been. There's not much space up here at the moment. When you said when you said, oh, what were your like goals or stuff for the year? I'm thinking like, well, I don't you can't really like got one box back there. I'm in the process of moving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finishing up school. I'm doing like so many other stuff in like IRL for the young folk that
Yep.
I'm just like but then at the same time I'm very much the kind of person I'm like I want to do everything. I want to do everything and I want to experience and I want to see and I want to hear and do
Right.
absolutely like
Everything. Just kind of
I just want to
touch
get in
everything.
there. Yes, and turning it to mac and cheese. Um
Yeah.
so my brain is pretty it's pretty discombobulated at the moment. But hopefully once I get more of a like a level schedule that makes sense that doesn't change every
Mm-hmm.
week and sometimes a lot of the time, most of the time on 2, 3 days notice,
Right.
then maybe then maybe
Maybe.
I'll
Get
plan
some
for some
time.
more like milestone time things, yeah.
There you go. Sounds like a plan. Well, then your last question of the evening is going to be for somebody getting started streaming, um, or for an earlier version of you. Granted, you're not. I've not been doing it a whole lot. It's fine, but between when you started and now, you've learned things, right?
Mm.
So it's easy to go. Okay, had this been an earlier version of you, or um, somebody new coming on the streaming scene, what would be a piece of advice that you could give them to be like, if I had known that when I was starting on day one, that would have totally changed the way I was doing it, would have made life easier for me?
Hmm. I feel like that's difficult to answer because there's a lot of like technical stuff that I didn't know about at all. Because when I first started streaming was when I got my first computer. This is my first computer ever. Not like, well, I've had like a laptop before, but it's been like a little crappy one. This is like this thing can do a lot.
Yeah.
So I would probably say don't. I'd probably say even if it feels like a little awkward, I'd probably say maybe find other streamers that are maybe even just like starting out like you are if you are able to find them and like ask them questions about what they do, like how do they get stuff set up, because I was scared of doing that for the longest time and then I didn't really start figuring stuff out until I would like make an offhand comment about not knowing how to do something and then it would be a streamer that would answer and they would like send me videos and stuff like advice on like how I should set things up, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's like a thing of like if you have that barrier of like just feeling awkward asking for help or just like interacting with people in general, it can be a little scary, but they've probably done it too. I'd imagine.
Yep.
So I would say just ask people for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a difficult portion for a lot of people, is to ask for help. I think so much of, especially today's society, is built around the fact that you shouldn't have to ask for help. You should be able to find the information because the internet's readily available there. There's probably some tutorial video you can go watch for it, and blah, 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 blah. And so, people are less prone to asking for help, even though that if you just take a few seconds and you go, hey, look, I could use some help, some advice or whatnot. Yes, I could go watch a video, but there's no guarantee I'm going to get the answers to my specific questions from a video.
Yeah.
So I fully agree. Yes.
They don't plan for feedback. They don't know that you're going to have another question. So
they don't, and they're just explaining something generically. There's no even guarantee that the thing that they're explaining even answers the questions you have, because you could have a question that's down that line, but has nothing to do with the video. Like it's close, it's in the same area, but the video is like, yes, here's how you add in a video shout out, and you're like, yes, but I'm more interested in how do I do this thing that is close to the video shout out. I don't want to actually do the video shout out. I just want to have like a graphic that pops up there, not play a video. How do I do that? I still want to trigger like a shout out. I just don't want a video. I want, hey, here's their Twitch logo, and put that up there instead. But you're not going to find a video tutorial on that. You have to go and ask somebody who's actually knows a bit better about the system and how to do something like that. So,
yeah.
No, solid question, a solid answer. Just good advice. Get out there, ask questions. It's a good way to learn.
I try. I think that's also just like a general advice too, because like I used to have that issue where I still have that issue with some stuff, but I've gotten better at it to where I'm like scared of asking for help. So I feel like, I feel like sometimes all it takes is hearing someone else say that they're scared of asking for help, but they still do it anyways for someone else to want to make that change for themselves. So There you go.
Absolutely. Perfect. Well, Short Bud, you have been an absolutely delightful guest. You have definitely bougified our Tuesday evening.
Yes. Just what I wanted.
There you go. Oh, hoorah.
Let's go.
There you go. You get to pick who we're rating out to.
All right. Let's take a look. See. Okay. Oh, okay, great. They're just getting started.
Nice.
I'll send it over.
Yeah, you can just type it in the chat, or you can DM it to me, either one. That's just fine.
Well, there you go.
Perfect. Got it. Come back here, window. It ran away. That's all right. I got it. Okay. Bam. Got that. Perfect. All right. Well, any final... Why did that... Stop that. Any final words or anything else you would like to say?
Balenciaga. I don't know.
Enjoy my casa in my casa.
Taco house. Go out there, turn things into mac and cheese, make me proud. I don't know. I hope anything that I said was helpful somehow or entertaining in some way. It was great. It was great being here, and it was really fun and awesome.
It was absolutely delightful to have you around. But before you sneak off, ha 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 ha. All right, so we're gonna put the little heart up in the chat. You guys know how this works. If that thing isn't letting up, then you're doing it wrong. Period. Done. Over with. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You just done fucked up, lad. You need to bougify your streaming experience and hit that button.
Bougify your life right now. It's so easy. For 4 easy installments of $19.99, you can bougify your life.
We'll see if this is actually going to play us a video shout out for you. Give people a taste of the Short Bud experience. It's not going to do it.
Well,
I can already tell. Yep.
yeah.
He didn't want to do it. We'll try it one more time. And if not, then they'll just have to go catch you next time you go live. I don't know. Some Twitch has been. Oh, there it goes. I can hear it now.
Oh. It's me crushing on Stardew Valley, man. Don't worry. Don't even worry. It's okay. What's new? Nothing's new.
Yeah, just it's boosified. It's fine.
I'm gonna need to learn how to type this word out so I can spam it all the time now.
I think you just need to look up how to spell bougie, and then just add just drop that back in E for it, and just go boosified.
There you go, bougify.
There you go.
Thank you, Rose.
So there's bougify. So I would imagine that that we can bougify it.
Yep.
And now it's bougified.
Boom, bougified. Beautiful. Yes, it is. I agree.
First of many short bud words coming to the dictionary near you.
There we go. I'm writing it right now. You can't see it, but I'm under I got a typewriter and it's just very quiet. You can't hear it or see it.
Solid. It has been delightful. I am going to hit the end screen. And you are welcome to go take off. We'll get you some mac and cheese food, my friend. And thank you for hanging out and spending this Tuesday evening with us.
It's been real. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. And there's the end screen. We are out. It's done. Have a good time. We're going to go say hi to Cathawk, I think, or Cathawk. I'm not really certain how to spell this name, but we're going to go say hi to him. We're going to go tell him all about the Talk Tuesday and a meeting with Short Bud that we've had on the episode for tonight. It's been a fantastic and fun time. Next week on Talk Tuesday is our 1-year anniversary. That's right, 1 year of Talk Tuesday. Can you believe it? Man, it's been a long time. We're going to have a lot. I've been telling everybody about it. We're going to have an open Discord call. We're going to have people rolling in and rolling out. We're going to see if we can't chase up some of those previous visitors to our Talk Tuesdays and just have an evening of just reminiscing and talking and seeing how things have changed for people over time between their interviews and now. And it's a year of Talk Tuesday, so it's going to be a good time. This Friday we'll probably, I don't know what we're doing this Friday. We're getting up to our normal Friday shenanigans. And then, there's Saturday. We're going to do some more Blue Fire on Saturday. And then Sunday, as far as I know, is going to be back to the D&D one-shot with Serb and the rest of the FAFO group. So all kinds of good fun things coming up. We look forward to seeing you all again. In the meantime, let's go say hi to this Cathawk. There's the raid messages. The first one's for all you fantastic subscribers. The second one's for all you fantastic followers. Whichever one you can do, grab it, copy it, get ready to spam it. Let's go say hi to Cathawk. Tell them about Talk Tuesday. Tell them about Short Bud. Tell them about all of the fantastic things that we have learned about this amazing streamer. And we'll see you all again next time. And until next time, continue to be the fantastic, fabulous, and amazing people that I already know you are. And until next time, well, you know how this goes. #, bye for now.